Forecast is coming your way. News comes up here first. News is right now.
Hi, this is Fred Sizemore, General Manager at Stewart Powell Ford Mazda here in Danville, where we make it easy to do business with us. I want to let you know that we are now offering free pickup and delivery in our quick lane within 20 miles of Danville. Give us a call at 859-238-1190. We will schedule your vehicle for pickup, perform the service requested, and return it to you.
Come to Stewart Powell, we can do business. Stewart Powell.
Ford Lincoln Mazda.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. Discussion continues on the possibility of a new jail building in Boyle County. The Advocate Messenger's report in the Boyle County Fiscal Court had a special called meeting where they discussed the potential of a new jail. A study done 5 years ago showed that Boyle County would benefit from a new jail with more beds and areas dedicated to addiction and mental health treatment. The current Boyle County Jail has 220 beds, and jailer Brian Wooford believes a jail with around 250 beds would be more ideal. Current square footage costs would have a jail big enough to hold that many beds with dedicated areas at around $60 million. As for where that jail would go, the advocate says that the county has reached out to North Point about potentially acquiring land there. Big-time news for two area schools, including Bergen. On Tuesday, the Kentucky Department of Education ranked the districts in the state on their Kentucky School Report Card, with Bergen and Boyle County coming in the top 10. Bergen was ranked 9th overall in the state, while Boyle County was ranked 8th overall in the state and was the top county school in the state of Kentucky. You can see the rankings online at the Kentucky Department of Education website. Danville police arrested a man who they say had drugs and a gun on him. It happened Tuesday when Danville police were conducting an investigation at a home on Fox Run Trail. During that investigation, they obtained a search warrant searching the home of 51-year-old James Goldade. Police say they found methamphetamine and drug paraphernalia during that search. Goldade was charged with trafficking methamphetamine and possession of drug paraphernalia and was lodged in jail. The Garrett County Sheriff's Office says they still have a few stickers left to help out the Garrett County Special Olympics. Garrett County Sheriff's Office is selling limited quantities of Down Syndrome Awareness bumper stickers. The fundraiser helps raise money for the Garrett County Schools Special Olympics, with 100% of all the proceeds going directly to that cause. You can get your stickers from the Garrett County Sheriff's Office for $5 until supplies last. And you can officially cast your vote now as early voting is underway. Early voting will take place in your area today, tomorrow, and Saturday. Call your local county courthouse for information on where the voting will take place. Meanwhile, Election Day is Tuesday from 6 until 6. There are some local races to keep track of, including a mayoral race in Harrodsburg, a vote on a local school board race in the Danville Schools Precinct, and a vote on whether or not the county of Garrett will go wet. There's also statewide races like governor, attorney general, auditor, Agriculture Commissioner, and Secretary of State on the ballot. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
This morning's local news was a service of Stewart Powell Ford Lincoln Mazda on the bypass in Danville and online at stewartpowell.com.
Time out for sports this weekend with Sports Map Radio Network on WHIR AM 1230.
The decisions at breakfast are tough, but Wendy's makes it a little bit easier with their 2-for-3 biggie bundles. And what we mean by this is you pick any two of these items, you get it for $3. The small seasoned potatoes they have, their breakfast side, sausage biscuit, egg and cheese biscuit, and a medium hot coffee. Any two of those, you get them for $3. You can have a sausage biscuit or an egg cheese biscuit. You can have two sausage biscuits. You can have two seasoned potatoes. You can have a seasoned potatoes and a coffee. You can have a coffee and an egg cheese biscuit. Whatever you want, any combination, two of those for $3. The choice is all yours. And you can also add the brand new Frosty Cream Cold Brew to your order. Available in vanilla, caramel, and chocolate. Their new Frosty Cream Cold Brew is a morning maker, puts other post-lunch pick-me-ups down, and makes for a tasty late-night drink. It's available all day at Wendy's, not just a breakfast item. It's an all-day thing. The 2-for-3 biggie bundles and the Frosty Cream Cold Brew at Wendy's in Danville. Tell them you heard it this morning on The Joe Show.
Boyle County's our home, so let's keep it clean.
Thank you, Boyle Countyans, for helping keep Boyle County clean. Don't throw your trash out of your car. Keep it inside till you can dispose of it properly by bringing your plastic water bottles, soda bottles, and energy drink bottles to one of the Boyle County convenience centers for recycling. Let's keep Boyle County looking beautiful today and tomorrow. Please cover those loads when going to the convenience centers.
Boyle County's our home.
At Linex of Danville, we offer an undercoating that protects your vehicle against road salt and gravel, which helps prevent rust, prolong the life of your vehicle. Along with the rust inhibitor, gives your vehicle total rust protection. Call for a free quote at 859-209-4033 or stop in and see us at 935 Stanford Road in Danville.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
Thanks, Jack. Brought to you by our friends hanging out over at Dexter and WHIR Insurance, your local independent insurance agency, proudly representing the Auto Owners Insurance Company. Ask if auto owners make sense for you. Call Mark or Chris for a free quote, 236-6686. And a very happy birthday today to Mark Dexter, celebrating today. 54 degrees with sunshine as a high on Football Thursday. A low tonight, 32. Sunshine tomorrow, 61. Sunshine Saturday, and 63. Right now it's 7:12 in the morning, 26 degrees. Wind chill feels like 19 here in Danville. And we are talking Boyle County Rebel football with head coach Justin Haddix. Brought to you by Dexter and WHIR Insurance.
Untangling your headphones, finding the right remote, saying goodbye to your favorite shirt that hasn't fit in 10 years. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with Auto Owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who live in your community and answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like finding a new favorite shirt. That's simple human sense.
Ask Dexter and WHIR Insurance Agency in Danville if auto owners make sense for you. Call me, Mark Dexter, or Chris WHIR.
And we welcome onto the show Boyle County head coach Justin Haddix. Good morning, Coach. How are you?
Doing good. How you doing this morning?
I'm doing great, Coach. First of all, congratulations are in order. The District Coach of the Year, who coaches the District Player of the Year. You won Coach of the Year honors, and your quarterback, Sage Dawson, won Player of the Year honors in the District Coach. So it's a Boyle County sweep right there.
Yeah, I really think it's more about the players and doing all that. And we've got really good players on our team, and Sage, obviously is a really good player, and we've got a bunch of good players, and that's why I was able to win the Coach of the Year. And I got great assistant coaches too. I think that's kind of like a staff award, really, because it takes everybody. It's not, Sage knows that, I know that. Really don't know the ring. That's what it's all about.
You've been able to win your last game of the season 3 years in a row, and that's what matters. And your trek for 4 straight starts off tonight on a Thursday night against Whitley County. Coach, how do you think your guys are prepared for this playoff game that starts 24 hours earlier than usual? How's practice been for you all?
Practice has been good. They know what's going on. They understand what's there. We had a great meal last night. Amy Hazlett got us some we had some Bradford's barbecue last night, and it was good, some chicken and all that, and had it out at our house. And we have some leaders. Just very, very proud to be their coach. I'll tell you what, every time we have something like that and they get up and share their feelings and do this, it really lets you know, hey, maybe they've been listening. Maybe they've, hopefully they're getting some of the things we talk about daily, and just very, very proud to be their coach, I'll tell you.
Yeah, I'm seeing a picture of 2 big pans of macaroni and cheese and some baked beans, and you said barbecue, some green beans as well, so the guys ate well yesterday.
Yeah, and I think Coach Singleton and Coach Lefty had them over there. They had some lasagna.
Okay.
The parents and some people made some lasagna and spaghetti for the linemen over at their place, so it was we feed our kids well, I'll tell you that, and I know all of us, we're blessed to get a coach here, and we sure love our job and love being around the kids. They think they may be getting the best deal out of it, but we are, I guarantee it.
Yeah, well, hey, look, you got Whitley County tonight, Coach, and it's the first round of the playoffs. This is where, all the work from off-season lifting to summer camps to scrimmages to, practicing out in the 95-degree heat in the summer, hitting each other all summer long, playoffs.
Yeah, somebody's season's going in tonight, and we hope it's not ours. And don't want that to be our last practice yesterday. So that's something we've got to work towards. And we talked to them about and what we got to grow from, and just keep getting better and realize what's on the line. And they do. They realize what's on the line.
Yeah, Boyle County head football coach Justin Haddix. Coach, what's the keys to a win tonight for your Rebels on this Thursday evening, and what do you all need to do right to move on to the next round?
We got to stop the run. That's big. They like to run the football. We got to stop the run. We've got to take care of the football. Some of these games, turnovers are huge in playoff games, and momentum. Keep the momentum, and us just doing our job, doing what we're we're coached to do. Have fun.
Boyle County head coach Justin Hattis. Coach, good luck tonight. Looking forward to hearing the game tonight. We'll have the broadcast on Z105 and to talk with you tomorrow morning, hopefully after a big playoff win, okay?
Hey, thank you. Go Rebels.
There you go. Boyle County head football coach Justin Haddix. Rebels and Colonels, Boyle County, Whitley County will have the game with the Big Daddy, Steve Bertram, and Radio Rick by his side. And Josh, the Little Daddy Bertram on stats tonight on Z105. Sports coming your way, brought to you by Stewart Powell Ford Lincoln Mazda on the 127 bypass in Danville, or shop online anytime at stewartpowellford.com. And we've got Coach Frank Parks, the Admiral head coach, coming up next.
This Steve Bertram Sports Report is a service of Stewart Powell Ford Lincoln Mazda on the Danville bypass and online at stewartpowell.com.
Hi, this is Fred Sizemore, General Manager at Stewart Powell Ford Mazda here in Danville, where we make it easy to do business with us. I want to let you know that we are now offering free pickup and delivery in our quick lane within 20 miles of Danville. Give us a call at 859-238-1190. We will schedule your vehicle for pickup, perform the service requested, and return it to you.
Come to Stewart Powell. We can do business.
Ford Lincoln Mazda.
Hello, Central Kentucky. I'm Steve Bertram with sports. The high school football playoffs kick off tonight on Hometown Radios. We have one game for you. In Class 4A, Boyle County host Whitley County at 7:30 on Z105. Pre-game shows start a little after 7, and it streams at hometownlive.net. One other area contest in Class 3A has Rockcastle County hosting Estill County. We'll bring you 3 more games tomorrow night, all with 7:30 kickoffs. In Class 3A, Mercer County hosts LaRue County on WHBN-FM, and Garrett County entertains Elizabethtown on Z105. In Class 2A, Danville's on the road at Beechwood on WHIR-FM. Again, all those games stream at hometownlive.net. Other action tomorrow in 4A, Lincoln County's at Perry County Central. In 3A, Casey County's at Central, and Marion County's at Christian Academy of Louisville. And in 2A, Washington County hosts Metcalfe County. Texas won baseball's World Series last night by shutting out Arizona 5-0. The Diamondbacks' Zach Gallen had a no-hitter through 6 innings before the Rangers got a run in the 7th, then added 4 in the 9th. Texas went 12-0 on the road this postseason to win their first ever World Championship. Shortstop Corey Seager was the series MVP. Number 16, Kentucky has its final exhibition game tonight. The Wildcats face Kentucky State in Rupp Arena at 7 o'clock. Kentucky football's on the road Saturday night at Mississippi State. UK has lost 3 straight games. Deaths in the sports world. Locally, colorman and statistician Marty Warren passed away after a long struggle. He did color and stats for Hometown Radio for many years and wrote newspaper columns too. We already miss you. Marty Warren, R.I.P. And legendary basketball coach Bob Knight is dead at the age of 83 after a coaching career that saw his teams win 902 games plus 3 national titles at Indiana. Knight coached at IU, Army, and Texas Tech. That's sports. God bless America. I'm Steve Bertram on the Hometown Radio Network.
Did you know that WHIR AM 1230 is the talk of the town? We're not spreading gossip. We're just letting you know where the best talk radio is found all day, every day. Mornings begin with Danville's own Joe Mathis and The Joe Show.
Hey, this is Joe Mathis.
Wake up to what you missed. News, weather, sports, and local guests. Followed by Kentucky Sports Radio with Matt Jones.
Welcome, everyone. Kentucky Sports Radio. I'm Matt Jones.
Then, the man who has an opinion about everything, Tomas Mauricio.
I'm Tomas Mauricio. Show. I invite you to tune in.
Starting at noon with Advocates for America. Then at 3, it's the best-known name in news, Sean Hannity.
Join me, Sean Hannity, on WHIR.
Then Joe Pag starts off weekday evenings at 6 with his take on the day's news, mixed with his fun parody songs about the news.
Hey, it's Joe Pag on WHIR.
Afterwards, at 10, it's the unique world of John B. Wells on WHIR with his Caravan to Midnight show.
This is John B. Wells, WHIR, AM 1230 and FM 103.9.
These guys have a lot to say, and they'll be glad to have you join them every weekday on your home for news, talk, sports. AM 1230, WHIR, the talk of the town.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
Thank you there, Jackie Boy. Brought to you by our friends over at Cattleman's Roadhouse. Treat yourself to a delicious meal at Cattle. Today truly is just the beginning. Sunshine, a high of 54, low tonight 32. Sunshine tomorrow, 61, 38. Sunshine, 63 Saturday. 65 on Sunday. Right now it's 7:23 in the morning, and we're talking Admiral football with Dexter and WHIR Insurance as the sponsor. Mark Dexter, the birthday boy.
Folding a fitted sheet, programming the thermostat, matching your socks. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your home doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like finding that missing sock. That's simple human sense.
Ask Dexter and WHIR Insurance Agency in Danville if auto owners make sense for you. Call me, Mark Dexter, or Chris Reitmeyer at 236-6686.
And we welcome onto the show Danville head football coach Frank Parks Jr. Good morning, Coach. How are you?
Good morning. I'm doing well. How are you?
Doing great, Coach. Appreciate you being on here this morning. Looking forward to some football Friday night, tomorrow night as the Admirals travel up to Beechwood. I was actually looking earlier this morning on how far that trip is. I knew it was about 2 hours, but I'm trying to plan what time we should leave the broadcast crew to make sure we get there on time. But it is about a 2-hour road trip north near the Cincinnati area. And, you know, what a team this Beechwood team is and a history they put together really over the last 30 years or so. They've won 17 state titles in a 32-year span from 1991 to 2022. I guess a 31-year span. And, Coach, this year when you look at their special teams, we talk about special teams on Thursday. Boy, they got a good one back there kicking in Colson Lair. 59 for 60 on extra points, 3 for 3 on field goals, which means when you add up his extra points and field goals, he's 62 for 63, Coach. He's basically automatic.
Very skilled at what he does. So, you know, like we talked about previously, you know, it's always an advantage when you have a kicker that's pretty much automatic and, you know, can kick some field goals and does a pretty good job all around the board.
Yeah, you feel like you're within scoring range when you get within a certain distance. And even in for those that don't know, in high school, if a field goal goes into the end zone, it counts as a touchback, correct? So, like, even if you get close to the uprights, you can send your kicker out there. Even if he comes up short, as long as it goes in the end zone, it's a touchback. The other team starts at the 20.
Correct. So, you know, that's even because that's different than, you know, some of the other levels. But, yes, so if you got a chance to, you know, kick it and at least can get in the end zone, then it's worth the shot because, you know, the ball's coming back on the 20 or whatever. And so, you know, it's a touchback. So it's very advantageous in those situations.
Yes, yeah. Hey, do you think that teams have began picking up a little bit on Caleb Wilcher's skill and onside kicks? Because he's tried them the last couple of games, and they've still been really good onside kicks. It's just the other team's now beginning, I think, to recover those and maybe see, wait a minute, this guy's a serious weapon. We got to be prepared for these things.
Well, and I also think just the law of averages is catching up.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
You have that much success early, you know, just that law of average going to say that, you know, it's going to come down a little bit. But, you know, he's still very effective in what he does. You know what I'm saying? 2 games, whatever, just punting the ball. Like, we done got several turnovers just by him putting that ball happen there and people dropping the punt. So he's been probably one of the most consistent things for us this season.
Yeah. We got to remember the NFL average of onside kicks is something like Danville was getting it back. He was 5 for his first 5.
Right. Yeah. So, you know, it's just, you know, catching up with him, but he still had put some good ones down. And, you know, we had one that 3 or 4 people had their hands on it, and we didn't get it recently. So, you know, he still was very effective in making that ball do some good little tricks for us to get opportunity to get it.
Yeah. Hey, you mentioned the fumbled punts. You had one last game, right? Bardstown fumbled one last game, set you up inside, I think, the red zone after you all recovered that fumble. So he gets that ball in the air. The returner who's back there looking at the punt, suddenly he feels maybe some opposing jerseys bearing down on him, and that's where mistakes can happen, and you can take advantage of those mistakes.
Oh, yeah. You know, it's that's a big weapon. You know, they would cause a turnover just by putting the ball high up in there and punting because, you know, a lot of times you don't get that. So, you know, he has created a lot of turnovers for us just with his legs. So, you know, it's been great to see him have these type of results.
Yeah. Is that basically what you want the gunner to do on punt returns, is to run down there and just see if he can rattle the punt returner and drop the punt?
Well, you know, and, yeah, you always want to get them gunners, those fast guys down there, and you know, try to limit any opportunities for a punt return. And you know, a lot of times if they don't get down there, that's when you see the big return. But if they can get down there and cause a little havoc, sometimes you get those turnovers as well. But you really want to limit the big plays when it comes to that punt team.
Yeah, the big returns happen if the gunners don't get down there or if the gunners over-pursue, right? They run too far down, and then suddenly they're behind the punt returner as soon as he catches it, and then he's got open field in the middle of the field in front of him.
Absolutely. You know, they get to their walls, and, you know, yes, maybe some of the other guys who may not be as good as tacklers to make tackles, and, you know, and that's when you get those big returns.
Danville head football coach Frank Parks. Coach, what are you working on in practice on this Thursday, gearing up for Beechwood tomorrow?
Well, today we'll hit all 3 phases. We'll really hit a little bit more offensive heavy today since we had a few of our main guys sick yesterday. So we will hit a heavy dose of offense, and then we'll hit the defense and special teams to make sure we're ready to go up there and compete tomorrow night.
There's some sickness going around. A lot of people got that, so hopefully your Admirals can get recovered, get well, and have ourselves a good game tomorrow night at Beechwood. It's a 7:30 kickoff, and a game we'll have right here on 103.9 FM WHIR Danville. Coach, appreciate you being on. Good luck with practice. We'll talk to you again tomorrow morning on game day, okay?
All right.
All right, Coach, appreciate it. Bye. That's Danville head football coach Frank Parks. That's Danville head coach Frank Parks. And Admirals are at the Tigers of Beechwood. We'll have it tomorrow. So what is that? 36 hours from now. Right, so 24 hours from now is 7:30 in the morning tomorrow. Add 12 hours, 7:30 in the evening. So 36 hours from right now, Tim Holland and myself will make the trip to Beechwood. We'll have that play-by-play call for you here on WHIR. Tonight, Boyle County, Whitley County, the Big Daddy, Steve Bertram, the double Hall of Famer, has the mic on Z105 for the Rebels and Colonels. It's 7:30. Here's news.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
One worker has been found dead and another remains missing after a collapse at a coal plant in eastern Kentucky. 2 men were preparing the multi-story building for demolition when it collapsed last night. Jeremy Slinker is Kentucky's emergency management director.
We were so hopeful that we were going to have a rescue, and, you know, we did lose one individual that we're sad for, prayed for their families, and just hope they go through this hard time, but it's not wavered our work to move forward and try to find the remaining missing person.
Martin County Judge Executive Lon Lafferty described the scene.
It's horrific. I remember being in New York after 9/11, and those images that you see there, it's kind of what you see of the hollow here.
Governor Beshear has signed an executive order declaring a state of emergency. From missing to armed and dangerous, the Laurel County Sheriff's Office says a missing man has been spotted breaking into a home with a machete. 39-year-old William Reagan was last seen about 2 miles east of London. Deputies say he's since been seen breaking into a home armed with a machete south of London. And public school principals in Kentucky say there's a major issue with the supply and quality of teacher applicants. That's one of the findings of a report on the teacher shortage crisis in the state.
Teacher shortages have long existed in Kentucky, usually affecting particular subject areas and types of schools. But the magnitude has increased this last year. reaching the majority of all schools and subjects.
Sabrina Cummins with the Office of Education Accountability says their report found that an average of 7% of teachers left the profession for at least 1 year. I'm Haley Hansen.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Hey, good morning. You're heading to the airport, right?
Yep, thanks for checking. I like the car. How long have you been a rideshare driver?
About 3 years now. I really enjoy it.
Isn't it hard to...
Gives you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get real money back when you get gas with the Upside app?
Yep, gas. Use promo code TAXI for an extra 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code TAXI for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code TAXI.
The Parthenon Greek American eats, dine in or take out. Fresh from our family. Fresh Mediterranean and American. A gathering place, always a treat. Specialty gyros, great burgers and fries. Whatever you're craving will satisfy. The Parthenon Greek American eats, dine in or take out. Fresh from our family.
In Danville, Lexington Road.
The NASCAR Cup Series
puts the green flag in the air, and we are racing.
2023 comes to an end at Phoenix Raceway.
Now into the fence now is Denny Hamlin. Hamlin hits the wall.
Who will forever cement their name among Cup Series champions?
He needed to win, and he's done it as he comes across the line.
It's the NASCAR Cup Series Championship.
Coverage starts this Sunday afternoon at 2 on WHIR 103.9 FM.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. Discussion continues on the possibility of a new jail building in Boyle County. The Advocate Messenger's report in the Boyle County Fiscal Court had a special called meeting where they discussed the potential of a new jail. A study done 5 years ago showed that Boyle County would benefit from a new jail with more beds and areas dedicated to addiction and mental health treatment. The current Boyle County Jail has 220 beds, and jailer Brian Wooford believes a jail with around 250 beds would be more ideal. Current square footage costs would have a jail big enough to hold that many beds with dedicated areas at around $60 million. As for where that jail would go, the advocate says that the county has reached out to North Point about potentially acquiring land there. Big-time news for two area schools, including Bergen. On Tuesday, the Kentucky Department of Education ranked the districts in the state on their Kentucky School Report Card, with Bergen and Boyle County coming in the top 10. Bergen was ranked 9th overall in the state, while Boyle County was ranked 8th overall in the state and was the top county school in the state of Kentucky. You can see the rankings online at the Kentucky Department of Education website. Danville police arrested a man who they say had drugs and a gun on him. It happened Tuesday. In investigation, they obtained a search warrant searching the home of 51-year-old James Goldade. Police say they found methamphetamine and drug paraphernalia during that search. Goldade was charged with trafficking methamphetamine and possession of drug paraphernalia and was lodged in jail. The Garrett County Sheriff's Office says they still have a few stickers left to help out the Garrett County Special Olympics. Garrett County Sheriff's Office is selling limited quantities of Down Syndrome Awareness bumper stickers. The fundraiser helps raise money for the Garrett County Schools Special Olympics, with 100% of all the proceeds going directly to that cause. You can get your stickers from the Garrett County Sheriff's Office for $5 until supplies last. And you can officially cast your vote now as early voting is underway. Early voting will take place in your race in Harrodsburg, a vote on a local school board race in the Danville Schools precinct, and a vote on whether or not the county of Garrett will go wet. There's also statewide races like governor, attorney general, auditor, agriculture commissioner, and secretary of state on the ballot. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
Are you sitting on a treasure trove of gold and silver jewelry and coins? It's time to turn those forgotten pieces into cold, hard cash. This is Lauren. Visit B&L Jewelers, your trusted neighborhood jewelry experts. We're here to make your dreams shine brighter. Sell your unwanted gold and silver jewelry, coins with confidence. We offer cash on the spot with competitive prices and a quick, hassle-free process.
I got top dollar for my coins. Thanks to B&L Jewelers, I'm turning my old valuables into something new.
I couldn't couldn't believe how easy it was to sell my old jewelry. B&L Jewelers made it simple and rewarding. At B&L Jewelers, we pride ourselves on our integrity and professionalism. We've been serving our community for 16 years, earning trust one customer at a time. Don't wait. Visit B&L Jewelers today at Danville Manor Shopping Center or give us a call at 859-238-0476. Discover the hidden value in your jewelry box. B&L Jewelers, where your treasures find a new home. Transfer
your current job. Want to get that promotion, but you don't have a college degree? Then go to Essity.com. We're hiring 25 new machine operators starting at $19.38 an hour. Is work-life balance important to you? Well, we have 12-hour shifts. You can work 90 nights, work 90 days, and then you're off 180 days during the year. That's with no required OT. Essity, ESSITY.com.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
Well, thanks, Jack. Brought to you by Danville Auto Body Shop. For top-of-the-line collision and auto body repair, head to the mechanics at Danville Auto Body Shop, 315 Delahaye. Call ahead for an appointment, 236-2299. That's 236-2299, Danville Auto Body Shop. Partly sunny skies. A high today, 54 degrees in Danville. And we've got Jay Hetmansberger on the telephone. Good morning, Jay. What do you say?
Hey, it's a beautiful morning.
Ah.
I could smell the fireplace smoke rolling. It's really a pretty morning.
Yeah, well, it's pretty. It's clear. It's cold. No doubt about that.
A little cold. Frost everywhere.
Yeah, 19 degrees right now, Jay, as people are waking up and getting this Thursday morning started. So bundle up if you're out this morning. 54 is the high, and Jay's on here to give us some county agent tips. Brought to you by Bluegrass South Livestock Market.
Get the top price for your livestock. Take them to the Bluegrass South Livestock Market, where they have drop-off hours to fit the busy farmer's need. Selling your livestock a profitable and a pleasant experience. Save the hassle of a long haul. Sell your livestock at the Bluegrass South Livestock Market, 277 Courtier Road in Stanford. Call Bluegrass South Livestock Market at 606-365-0665. Bluegrass South Livestock Market in Stanford.
Here's Jay Hetmansberger.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the County Agent's Corner. This program is brought to you each weekday at this time as a service of the Boyle, Garrett, Lincoln, and Mercer County UK Agriculture Extension agents. I am Jay Hetmansberger, UK Agriculture Agent in Garrett County. This morning's topic is providing food for birds in the winter. As winter approaches, you may need to change some of the foods you offer to birds. Providing high-calorie and high-fat foods can be important to the birds. The birds visiting winter feeders may be arriving in flocks or may come to the feeders as individuals, so you will need to provide different options for the birds. Feeders should be located out of the wind. The east or southeast side of a house or near a row of trees is ideal. It is best to have a perching spot and shelter from the wind and weather. The feeder should be positioned near cover, but in the open to allow birds to watch for danger. For ground feeding, an area near cover with a clear view of the surroundings is desirable. Placing seed in a ground feeder entices birds such as sparrows, juncos, mourning doves, and quail. Even the red-bellied woodpecker, which is thought of as a tree dweller, blue jays, and grosbeaks. Hanging feeders, because they blow in the wind, are generally used by those species that are able to hang on while feeding, such as chickadees and finches. Oil sunflower, suet, and peanuts are great choices to offer birds in the winter because of their high fat and energy content. And that's today's County Agent's Corner. It's been my pleasure to be your host. I am Jay Hetmansberger, UK Agriculture Agent in Garrett County. Hope you have a nice day and a profitable year down on the farm.
Thank you there, Jay Hetmansberger in the County Agent's Corner, brought to you by Bluegrass South Livestock Market. All right, Jay, before you go, some random facts you may not know, but I want you to know, so I'm going to let you know. Jay, are you ready?
We're a little cold, but yeah, we're ready.
We're ready to do this. All right, here we go, Jay. Fact number one. Legendary mystery writer and author Agatha Christie. Ever heard of her?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she was an avid surfer. In fact, many people believe she may have been the first woman in the Western Hemisphere to stand up on a surfboard.
Oh, really?
So there you go. Agatha Christie was shredding some waves in her free time.
Go for it, yeah.
Number two, A Swiss Army knife is called a MacGyver knife in South Korea. Makes sense why they call it that. It has all these different tools and can openers and this and that. And, MacGyver knife.
I can understand.
Here we go, Jay. The WNBA was created in 1997. That was the first year of the league. The first time goaltending was called in the WNBA was in 2008, 11 years after it debuted. Right? I mean, the ladies, the women aren't playing above the rim as much as men are, so many of them not able to jump up and block a ball as it's on its way down into the rim, so goaltending wasn't called until 2008 for the first time in the WNBA. The first dunk in women's basketball history in the WNBA happened in 2002, 5 years after its debut.
And now it happens all the time.
Yeah, well, I don't know if it happens all the time in the WNBA. I mean, the women are starting to be able to dunk now more frequently, certainly. I'm not sure about the goaltending calls, though. We'll have to look at the stats, I guess. All right, Jay, number 4. The first video in YouTube history to get 1 billion views. Do you know what video that is?
No, I don't.
It was the video for this song.
Open Gangnam Style.
You heard this one, Jay?
Yeah.
Yes. Gangnam Style or Gangnam Style or whatever by an artist called Psy. First YouTube video to get 1 billion views. And guess when it happened? December the 21st, 2012. That's 122112. Remember, that was the day the apocalypse was supposed to happen.
That was right, yeah.
The Mayan calendar ended in 2012.
Everything was,
yes, and that was it. In Gangnam Style became the first YouTube video to get 1 billion views. Maybe that's what the Mayans were hinting at. Number 5, Jay.
Yeah, that song may have saved us all.
Yeah. French law requires that all dead bodies be transported into the country have to have identification. So when the mummy of Ramses II, the pharaoh, was transported from Egypt to France in 1974, it had a passport with the occupation as king, deceased.
King.
Yes, just king, yes. There you go. Jay with the County Agent's Corner. Jay, appreciate you being on. We'll talk to you again Friday morning to round out the week, okay?
All right, everybody stay warm today.
All right, Jay, you too. Bye. Jay Hetmansberger in the County Agent's Corner. At 7:45, sports coming your way with the Big Daddy, Steve Bertram. And then we see what's going on out west in the world of weird. Hollywood's coming up next.
Saturday night. The Cats head south to put a muzzle on some growling hounds. Let's go! Mississippi State Bulldogs and your
Saturday evening at 5:30 with kickoff at 7:30.
Sold on your home for the Cats and the hits. WRNZ FM C105. Go Cats!
Hello, Central Kentucky. I'm Steve Bertram with sports. The high school football playoffs kick off tonight on Hometown Radios. We have one game for you. In Class 4A, Boyle County host Whitley County at 7:30 on Z105. Pre-game shows start a little after 7, and it streams at hometownlive.net. One other area contest in Class 3A has Rockcastle County hosting Estill County. We'll bring you 3 more games tomorrow night, all with 7:30 kickoffs. In Class 3A, Mercer County hosts LaRue County on WHBN-FM, and Garrett County entertains Elizabethtown on Z105. In Class 2A, Danville's on the road at Beechwood on WHIR-FM. Again, all those games stream at hometownlive.net. Other action tomorrow in 4A, Lincoln County's at Perry County Central. In 3A, Casey County's at Central, and Marion County's at Christian Academy of Louisville. And in 2A, Washington County hosts Metcalfe County. Texas won baseball's World Series last night by shutting out Arizona 5-0. The Diamondbacks' Zach Gallen had a no-hitter through 6 innings before the Rangers got a run in the 7th, then added 4 in the 9th. Texas went 12-0 on the road this postseason to win their first-ever World Championship. Shortstop Corey Seager was the series MVP. Number 16, Kentucky has its final exhibition game tonight. The Wildcats face Kentucky State in Rupp Arena at 7 o'clock. Kentucky football's on the road Saturday night at Mississippi State. UK has lost 3 straight games, all in the SEC. Kickoffs at 7:30 Saturday night on Z105. There have been 2 deaths in the sports world. Locally, colorman and statistician Marty Warren passed away after a long struggle. He did color and stats for hometown radio for many years and wrote newspaper columns too. We already miss you. Marty Warren, R.I.P. And legendary basketball coach Bob Knight is dead at the age of 83 after a coaching career that saw his teams win 902 games plus 3 national titles at Indiana. Knight coached at IU, Army, and Texas Tech. That's sports. God bless America. I'm Steve Bertram on the Hometown Radio Network.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Hey, good morning. You're heading to the airport, right?
Yep, thanks for checking. I like the car. How long have you been a rideshare driver?
About 3 years now. I really enjoy it.
Isn't it hard to make money these days with the price of gas being so high?
Not for me. I use Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get real money back when you get gas with the Upside app?
Yep, I get real cash back every time I get gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code TAXI for an extra 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code TAXI for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code TAXI.
The new home for A&L Accessories in Dallas at 491 South 4th Street next to Smart Loop, featuring gifts, purses, jewelry, watches, scarves, body care products, and official Simply Southern Products dealer. Open at 11:30 Tuesday through Saturday. Stop in the new home for A&L Accessories in Dallas, 493 South 4th.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
Well, thank you there, Jack. That's awfully nice of you. Brought to you by... ADA Heating and Air. Trust ADA to be there when you need them the most. ADA is always on the way, folks. 859-519-6382. They provide 24-hour emergency service. It's ADA Heating and Air. Partly sunny, becoming gradually sunny and mostly sunny this afternoon. High of 54, low of 32. Sunshine tomorrow, 61. Sunshine Saturday, 63. Sunshine Sunday, 65, and near 70 is the high on Monday. Right now it's 7:51. It is 26 degrees. Wind chills at 19. What's going on with Mimi Becker this morning?
Well, I just wanted to ask you, are you creating your own dynasty of entertainment personalities there?
I don't know. Why? What have I done?
Jack? Was that Jack?
Oh, that was Jack. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that was Jack. Yes, that was Jack. His radio, well, he's been on the radio before, but like consistently with the weather forecast every morning now. He's on a couple times an hour, every single hour doing the weather forecast on my show. So we're trying to train him. Unfortunately, or maybe fortunately for him, Mimi, he says he doesn't want to be on the radio. He wants to be a police officer. So that's
everybody should pursue their own passion.
That's what I'm saying, yes. Maybe fortunately for him to not be in radio. However, I think it's one of those things when kids are younger, especially when boys are younger, they want to be police officers. They want to catch the bad guys, right?
Yeah.
So we'll see if
firemen.
Yeah, we'll see if the firemen too. Yes. He loves firefighters, but he's been to the fire department, seen the truck, sprayed the water hose. They took a class field trip there one time last month, so but right now, he's police officer, full through and through is what he wants to do.
Well, we will follow his career.
There you go.
Whatever he wants, I'm sure he will do well.
Yes.
So anyway, okay. So there is a nip in the air, and it's been a little bit chilly in the evenings. However, in checking the forecast, this is the week of the year, one of the weeks of the year that I haunt the weather report because our gallery hop is coming up.
Yeah.
So as soon as we get to the 10-day and 7-day, so the weather is supposed to be really nice this week. It's going to warm up. While I love the fall, absolutely love the fall weather, I love this, but I also want our gallery hop, which is next Thursday night, 4:30 to 7. I want people to come out and feel really comfortable because we have a lot happening on Main Street. With the help of the merchants and the city and the Economic Development Corporation, with all of their help, everybody's kind of pitching in to kind of reintroduce people to downtown. And it's going to be a very lovely evening. The lights are going to be sparkling, and restaurants are open. We have the entrances. We have artists outside, and we have, for the first time, because we have all those bump outs, we're going to have music from 5:30 to 7 outside on the bump outs continuously with all community groups. We have 8 community groups who will be performing, and there'll be some of them rotating, some of them doing double sessions, because they're actually moving their regular rehearsal time to the bookstore for the whole evening. So that's all going to be very exciting. We have 40 individual artists scattered all over town. The Arts Center is going to be open in both locations, 401 and 409 Main Street. So this is their big weekend coming up. Very exciting for them with all of their new projects. And the general public will have a chance to just, for an evening, it'll be open in both locations. We have many, many artists scattered all over. One of the most exciting kind of corridors is the 3rd Street block between Main and Walnut. Mary Robin Spoonamore's new shop will be open. So everybody just come on out several years in the November. Then after you finish at Gallery Hop at 7, head on down to Morley's, where the Irish pub music will be ongoing for a couple of hours. And that is really special because our 3 guys who were the exchange musicians will be performing: Conrad Sheba, Shane White, and Travis Kern, as well as some additional musicians, Irish musicians, will be joining in. So, big night. We're really excited, even though it's maybe not entirely finished. There are a couple more trees that have to go in. Downtown is ready for visitors. Everything is wide open and lovely. So that's my big thing. Thursday night, next Thursday, 4:30 to 7, music 5:30 to 7.
There you go. Mimi Becker, Danville Boyle County Arts Commission. Look, Mimi, you said you like the fall weather. I like the fall weather, too. This right now is not fall weather. This is winter weather when it's 19-degree wind chills.
I know. Yeah, I've been walking to work on the days that I don't have meetings and things or have to haul stuff, and it's right nippy. But, I do like the changes of weather. I always kind of feel sorry for people who live in places like Florida or Texas or California, or Maine or someplace like that where the weather doesn't change as much as we get.
Yeah, I'm with you. We get all 4 seasons here, sometimes in the same week. But I like that, right? Like you get some heat. Okay, when you're tired of the heat, it starts to get a little cooler. Then I like snow. I'm a big fan of snow. Give me the snow in the wintertime. But then once it gets about March, April, and it's baseball season, I'm ready for the snow to melt away. Give me those 65, 70-degree temperatures. And so I hear you with that. Yeah, I like all 4 seasons too.
Me too. Hey, who won the candy contest? I didn't hear.
Reese Peanut Butter Cup blew Snickers away in the championship. The final score was 6-1. So Reese's wins this year.
They're both winners, but Reese's. Yeah.
There you go. Mimi, appreciate you being on. You have a good, fun, and a safe upcoming weekend. Okay.
You too. Bye.
Bye. That's Mimi Becker, Danville Boyle County Arts Commission. We're going to go to Melton's Deli in Danville, grab ourselves something to eat for lunch a little bit later on this afternoon. Coming up right after this.
Hi, this is Jenny at the Danville Nutrition Center. Get ready for the great outdoors with our Rootology sinus and allergy support products. Or try our DEET-free, all-natural bug repellents that are safe for the whole family. We even have a natural bug repellent for dogs, which is specially formulated to repel mosquitoes, flies, fleas, and ticks. Enjoy the great outdoors naturally by visiting your locally owned Danville Nutrition Center. We are located at 802 South 4th Street in Danville.
Dunn's Barbecue and Catering, located in Harrisburg, Kentucky. Here for your affordable catering needs. Ribs, chicken, brisket, as well as our famous pulled pork. All sides homemade. Available for weddings, company picnics, family reunions, or just an old-fashioned pig roast. So call 859-734-3675. That's 859-734-3675. Dunn's Catering and Barbecue. 859-734-3675. I'm Sid Dunn, like my Uncle Herb always used to say.
It's not barbecue until it's done.
Resetting your password, unsubscribing from emails, printing anything. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your business doesn't have to be one of them, so you can get back to more important things, like learning how that printer works. That's simple human sense.
Ask Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance Agency in Danville if auto owners make sense for you. Call me, Mark Dexter, or Chris Reitmeyer at 236-6686.
The Hometown Radio Network sports broadcast schedule brought to you by Monticello Bank. High school football playoffs, they start this week, and the first game is Thursday night. Boyle County hosting Whitley County. That's a Thursday night game, 7:30 on Z105. Friday night, Danville's at Beechwood, 7:30 kickoff on 103.9 FM WHIR. Mercer County hosts LaRue County, 7:30 on 99.5 FM WHBN. And Garrett County hosts Elizabethtown Friday night, 7:30 on Z105.
Talk Kentucky Sports, weekday mornings at 10 with Matt Jones and Kentucky Sports Radio, right here on AM 1230 WHIR.
Icky, icky, icky. Icky, icky, flicky, flicky. All right, Melton's Deli in Danville. We're going to go grab ourselves a sandwich there today. Let's get the All-American $6.99 lean roast beef, smoked turkey, cheddar cheese, lettuce, tomatoes, mayonnaise, and an onion bun. Sounds real good. I'd like it a whole lot. $6.99, the All-American, number 4 at Melton's. Tell them you heard it in the Joe Show this morning.
This is the talk of the town, AM 1230, and now on FM 103.9, WHIR Danville, powered by Kentucky WiMAX.
It's 8 o'clock.
NBC News Radio, I'm Michael Kastner. President Biden says a pause is needed in the Israel-Hamas war. He made the comment while speaking in Minnesota yesterday after he was interrupted by a rabbi in the audience who was calling for a ceasefire in Gaza.
Mr. President, if you care about Jewish people, as a rabbi, I need you to call for a ceasefire right now.
The president said, I think we need a pause, and when asked to clarify, explained a pause means give time to get the prisoners out. The White House has previously said it would consider supporting a humanitarian pause to allow aid into Gaza, but has largely rebuffed calls for a ceasefire. Donald Trump Jr. will continue testifying today in the New York civil fraud trial involving him, his brother Eric, and their father, former President Trump, Andrew Whitman, on Wednesday's proceedings.
Trump was only on the stand for about 90 minutes before the case recessed for the day. Most of Trump's testimony focused on detailing his responsibilities at the Trump Organization. Trump Jr. was asked a couple of times about accounting processes as they relate to the company financial statements he signed off on. Trump answered that he didn't know about them and that he left details like that to his accountants. Trump's younger brother Eric and his sister Ivanka are set to testify next, followed by former President Donald Trump. The judge in the case has already ruled the company committed years of fraud by misvaluing properties to banks, insurers, and others.
The Texas Rangers are the World Series champions for the first time in franchise history. Texas defeated the Arizona Diamondbacks 5-0 in Game 5 at the Fall Classic in Phoenix. Mitch Garver delivered the go-ahead run in the 7th inning after the Rangers were no-hit through the first 6 innings. Rangers manager Bruce Bochy says the team's top management was committed to building a winner.
You know, I'm very fortunate, blessed, to come into this. It's such a great group of guys, but it starts at the top, and those guys were committed, and look, we're in a good place now.
Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
My brother-in-law died suddenly, and now my sister and her kids have to sell their home. That's why I told my husband we could not put off getting life insurance any longer. An agent offered us a 10-year, $500,000 policy for nearly $40 a month. Then we called SelectQuote. SelectQuote found us identical coverage for only $18 a month, a savings of nearly $300 a year.
Whether you need a $100,000 policy or a $10 million policy, SelectQuote could save you more than 50% on term life insurance. In a hurry? Don't worry. With SelectQuote, you can get up to $2 million in instant, affordable same-day coverage with no medical exam.
Call SelectQuote at 1-800-637-9116. That's 1-800-637-9116. Or go to SelectQuote.com. That's 1-800-637-9116.
Full details on example policies at SelectQuote.com.
Toyota is announcing they will increase wages after the United Auto Workers and the Detroit 3 automakers reached tentative agreements. Trey Thomas reports.
Toyota says they are not releasing the details of the increases publicly, but a flyer circulating on social media showed the company was introducing a 2% wage increase for top-paid production workers and a quarter around 9% starting in January. I'm Trey Thomas.
More than 6 out of 10 Americans live paycheck to paycheck. More from Mark Mayfield.
That's according to a new report changed from a year ago. In households earning less than $50,000 a year, nearly 80% reported living paycheck to paycheck.
Pope Francis will make history next month in Dubai when he'll become the first pope to attend a United Nations environmental meeting. Pope said on Wednesday he expects to be in Dubai from December 1st through the 3rd. The COP28 climate conference runs from November 30th through December 12th. Francis is expected to use the conference to push his recent appeal for action to curb global warming. The 86-year-old pontiff has made protection of the environment one of the hallmarks of his papacy. A new poll may be a red flag for holiday shopping this year. More from Rory O'Neill.
The ho-ho-ho may be so-so. Gallup's preliminary report on holiday spending shows gift budgets are down slightly this year, with nearly as many people saying they'll spend more as will spend less. The survey says Americans expect to spend an average $923 on holiday gifts. That's down $9 from a year ago. 1/3 of Americans will spend more than $1,000 on holiday gifts this year.
Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
Chrysler of Lawrenceburg wants to share with you this holiday joy with 10 deals to Christmas. Every week, they're adding a new deal to help keep you in the holiday feel. Come get the Christmas tree in your 2023 Jeep Compass LTD wrapped in luxury for under $500 a month.
10 deals to Christmas.
For you big truck fans, get winterized with diesel oil change. Whatever yours takes for $199. It's Christmas time, and Santa's driving that way to Chrysler on Lawrenceburg.
Chrysler of Lawrenceburg, 10 deals till Christmas.
Hi, this is Ruth at Mattresses and More next door to Ace Hardware on Houstonville Road in Danville. If you are looking for new furniture or bedding, come check us out. We offer 12 months same as cash with approved credit. And now is a good time to lay away for Christmas. New merchandise arriving weekly and we sell off the floor.
Mattresses and More, open Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., Saturday 9 to 5. Again, beside Ace Hardware, Houstonville Road, Danville. Girls,
come see our Nana for the best deal in town. You'll be glad you did.
Good morning to you folks. It is Thursday, the second day of November. That's 110223 on your calendar. Cold, frosty. 54 is the high, but right now it's 19-degree wind chills. Air temperature itself is 26. Forecast is coming your way. We've got news first. News is now. This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. Discussion continues on the possibility of a new jail building in Boyle County. The Advocate Messenger's report in the Boyle County Fiscal Court had a special called meeting where they discussed the potential of a new jail. A study done 5 years ago showed that Boyle County would benefit from a new jail with more beds and areas dedicated to addiction and mental health treatment. The current Boyle County Jail has 220 beds, and jailer Brian Wooford believes a jail with around 250 beds would be more ideal. Current square footage costs would have a jail big enough to hold that many beds with around 6 there. Big time news for 2 area schools, including Bergen. On Tuesday, the Kentucky Department of Education ranked the districts in the state on their Kentucky School Report Card, with Bergen and Boyle County coming in the top 10. Bergen was ranked 9th overall in the state, while Boyle County was ranked 8th overall in the state and was the top county school in the state of Kentucky. You can see the rankings online at the Kentucky Department of Education website. Danville police arrested a man who they say had drugs and a gun on him. It happened Tuesday when Danville police were conducting an investigation at a home on Fox Run Trail. During that investigation, they obtained a search warrant searching the home of 51-year-old James Goldade. Police say they found methamphetamine and drug paraphernalia during that search. Goldade was charged with trafficking methamphetamine and possession of drug paraphernalia and was lodged in jail. The Garrett County Sheriff's Office says they still have a few stickers left to help out the Garrett County Special Olympics. Garrett County Sheriff's Office is selling limited quantities of Down Syndrome Awareness bumper stickers. The fundraiser helps raise money for the Garrett County Schools Special Olympics, with 100% of all the proceeds going directly to that cause. You can get your stickers from the Garrett County Sheriff's Office for $5 until supplies last. And you can officially cast your vote now as early voting is underway. Early voting will take place in your area today, tomorrow, and Saturday. Call your local county courthouse for information on where the voting will take place. Meanwhile, Election Day is Tuesday from 6 until 6. There are some local races to keep track of, including a mayoral race in Harrodsburg, a vote on a local school board race in the Danville Schools Precinct, and a vote on whether or not the county of Garrett will go wet. There's also statewide races like governor, attorney general, auditor, Agriculture Commissioner, and Secretary of State on the ballot. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
Listen to WHIR online at hometownlive.net, powered by Kentucky, YMAX.com.
Oh, it is so true. A nasty car don't run good. You want to make sure you get your car running great by looking great. Go to Thoroughbred Car Wash off Perryville Road, Danville. Your car will love you for it. Nothing better than a clean car from Thoroughbred Car Wash, Danville.
At the car wash. Working at the car wash, yeah.
That's Thoroughbred Car Wash in the Big Lot Shopping Center.
Commonwealth Credit Union is growing with new branches all across the state. And whether you've seen us at Oktoberfest or driven past our Harrodsburg branch and thought about joining, here's one more reason to become a member. Join us October 30th through November 4th as we celebrate all our members. From certificate specials with unbelievable rates to amazing giveaways, we just want to say thanks. Visit ccuky.org/thanks for details. Commonwealth Credit Union. Here, we see you differently. Insured by NCUA.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
Well, thank you there, Jake. That's awfully nice of you. Brought to you by the Big Deals online store. You know, we can go to hometownlive.net, shop and save on gift certificates to local businesses at big-time discounts. Save up to 50% every single day. Big Deals online store, hometownlive.net. Sunny and a high today, 54, low of 32. Sunshine tomorrow, 61. Sunshine Saturday, 63. Sunshine Sunday, 65. Right now, it's 8:11 in the morning. It's 27 degrees on this Thursday, November the 2nd. Our deal of the hour today comes from Starbucks at CU Harrisburg. I'm actually drinking. I bought this pumpkin spice coffee that I saw in Kroger yesterday. It's Starbucks brand, but I like pumpkin spice stuff. I think I just would rather have the pumpkin spice latte from Starbucks. Say whatever you want about me. I like pumpkin spice lattes. So maybe I ought to buy one of these Big Deals gift certificates and go get me one. $5 retail value, yours for $3. This is at the CU Harrodsburg campus only. Starbucks there in Harrodsburg. All right, 8:11 in the morning. Did I even go over the weather? Sunny, I can't remember if I did. Sunny and 54. I got caught up talking about pumpkin spice lattes. If not, you get a double dose of the weather. Pumpkin spice latte and weather. Here we go. Sunny, 54, 32, the high and low. Sunshine tomorrow, 61. Sunshine Saturday, 63. Sunshine Sunday, 65. Rebecca listening says, I need to just get pumpkin spice creamer. That's what makes the coffee taste like pumpkin spice, not the coffee itself. I don't like adding all the creamer stuff into it, but I guess that's what they're doing at Starbucks anyway. So how can I say I don't like that if I'm going and paying for that? I mean, the pumpkin spice coffee is not horrible, but it's not the pumpkin spice latte. All right, let's see what's going on in the sort of sports report this morning. Starting off with the World Series, where last night the star of the show was the starting pitching. What a game it was. Through 6 innings, the Texas Rangers' Nathan Eovaldi and Arizona Diamondbacks' Zach Gallen threw shutouts. Gallen was working a no-hitter, actually. Then came the 7th when Mitch Garver knocked an RBI single to center, giving the Rangers a 1-0 lead, ending Gallen's brilliant day. It was the 9th inning, however, that put the nail in the coffin. Jonah Heim singled to center, scoring Josh Young. Nathaniel Lowe then scored in a throwing error. Marcus Semien belted a 406-foot bomb. With that, the Rangers took a 5-0 lead in the bottom of the 9th and won their first Major League Baseball title in the history of their franchise. Here's how it sounded yesterday on that final call from the Fox Sports broadcasting crew. Here it is.
It's happened! The Texas Rangers win the World Series!
There it is. What else is going on in this morning's Sorta Sports Report? Well, we can tell you here right now on the show. I forgot to load the music up. The Sorta Sports Report music, no segment is official here without the Sorta Sports Report music. We got to play that. So let's get that loaded up here and see what's going on in the wide world of sports. Starting off in college football, where the first college football playoff rankings were released on Halloween. They've left the social media peanut gallery chirping. Questions as to how the rankings are thought out abound. How much of a factor is the eye test as in blowouts? Is strength of schedule the key? Do status and past performances get factored in? The debut list had these 6 teams at the top of the heap. Ohio State came in at number 1, not Georgia, who's won, like 25 games in a row. Number 2, Michigan number 3, Florida State number 4, Washington and Oregon just outside that top 4. Hey, it just took 28 games for Josh McDaniels to lose his first starting gig in the NFL, with owner Mark Davis's announcement that it's time to, quote, move the team forward. Las Vegas Raiders fans are left to wonder who that person will be brought in to move the team forward. Here's some of the candidates that are being mentioned. Frank Smith, the offensive coordinator for the Dolphins. Boy, they have a powerful machine there in Miami. Rich Bisaccia, special teams coordinator of the Packers. He actually was a former interim Raiders head coach. Brian Flores, defensive coordinator for the Vikings. Dan Quinn, defensive coordinator for the Dallas Cowboys. Ben Johnson, offensive coordinator with the Detroit Lions. And Iro Avero, the defensive coordinator for the Carolina Panthers. What else is going on in sports? Let me load up a story here. I accidentally clicked on the wrong thing. This is what I wanted to talk about. In a press release, a nonprofit group called Cold Case Crime Investigators claims to have knowledge concerning the final resting place of former Teamster President Jimmy Hoffa. According to the case breakers, a dying police sergeant scribbled instructions on an Ace of Spades playing card, said he was buried at the Milwaukee County Stadium in Wisconsin. Amateur detectives believe Jimmy Hoffa's body buried in an old Major League Baseball stadium. See what happens with that story. More sports coming up right now with Steve the Big Daddy Bertram. And then Randy Graham has the thoughts of Randy Graham. These are Randy Graham's thoughts coming up.
Hello, Central Kentucky. I'm Steve Bertram with sports. The high school football playoffs kick off tonight on Hometown Radios. We have one game for you. In Class 4A, Boyle County host Whitley County at 7:30 on Z105. Pre-game shows start a little after 7, and it streams at hometownlive.net. One other area contest in Class 3A has Rockcastle County hosting Estill County. We'll bring you 3 more games tomorrow night, all with 7:30 kickoffs. In Class 3A, Mercer County hosts LaRue County on WHBN-FM, and Garrett County entertains Elizabethtown on Z105. In Class 2A, Danville's on the road at Beechwood on WHIR-FM. Again, all those games stream at hometownlive.net. Other action tomorrow in 4A, Lincoln County's at Perry County Central. In 3A, Casey County's at Central, and Marion County's at Christian Academy of Louisville. And in 2A, Washington County hosts Metcalfe County. Texas won baseball's World Series last night by shutting out Arizona 5-0. The Diamondbacks' Zach Gallen had a no-hitter through 6 innings before the Rangers got a run in the 7th, then added 4 in the 9th. Texas went 12-0 on the road this postseason to win their first-ever World Championship. Shortstop Corey Seager was the series MVP. Number 16, Kentucky has its final exhibition game tonight. The Wildcats face Kentucky State in Rupp Arena at 7 o'clock. Kentucky football's on the road Saturday night at Mississippi State. UK has lost 3 straight games, all in the SEC. Kickoffs at 7:30 Saturday night on Z105. There have been 2 deaths in the sports world. Locally, colorman and statistician Marty Warren passed away after a long struggle. He did color and stats for hometown radio for many years and wrote newspaper columns too. We already miss you. Marty Warren, R.I.P. And legendary basketball coach Bob Knight is dead at the age of 83 after a coaching career that saw his teams win 902 games plus 3 national titles at Indiana. Knight coached at IU, Army, and Texas Tech. That's sports. God bless America. I'm Steve Bertram on the Hometown Radio Network.
Fall is hunting season in Kentucky, and the good folks at your local electric cooperative encourage you to grab your gun and get in on the hunt. No, we're not talking about a 20-gauge shotgun. We're talking about a caulk gun. And the hunt is for energy-wasting cracks and openings on the outside of your home. For advice on where to start your hunt, contact the energy experts at your local electric co-op. They can help put energy savings in your sights. We're Kentucky's electric cooperatives, and our power is our people.
Intercounty Energy, a Touchstone Energy cooperative.
Hey, it's Joe Pags. Make plans to join us for the show. We're bringing the top news stories that are affecting you, the top stories from social media, pop culture stories, could be in sports. Maybe we'll sing a song or 2 or 3 or make fun of somebody that you want us to make fun of. That plus, of course, a big part of the program is you calling in. Look, we can agree, we can debate, we can yell at each other, we can sing a song together. We do it all right here on the Joe Pags Show, Monday through Friday from 6 to 9 on WHIR AM 1230 and online at hometownlive.net.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
Well, thanks, Jack. Brought to you by Cowell Collision Center in Danville. They're on Lebanon Road. After a wreck, tell a tow truck driver take your vehicle to the experts, Brent and Devin, at Cowell Collision Center, Lebanon Road, Danville. Sunshine 54, 32 is the high and low. Sunshine tomorrow, 61 and 38. Saturday, 63 and 42. Sunday, 65 and 46. Monday, 70 is the high, right around 70. Right now, it's 8:20 in the morning, and we are looking at 26 degrees, and I am being told there is some sort of traffic backup. It's not confirmed it's an accident, but there is traffic backed up on Perryville Road on 150. Looks like right around the Shell station there. Around the Bluegrass Estates area, you know where that Shell station is, and Perryville Road. So if you are traveling through that area, be aware of that. Maybe backed up in traffic a little bit, and maybe arriving late to where you're going this morning. If that is indeed an accident, again, just was told by a listener there's traffic back up there and sent me a picture of that. So be aware of that. Right now it's 8:21 in the morning. Randy Graham is in studio. The thoughts of Randy Graham. These are Randy Graham's thoughts. Take it away, Randy.
Good morning, Sir Joe in the Know, and what another great day it is to get up and get at 'em. Well, Joe, our community lost yesterday one of those golden fibers that gives the fabric of our society's strength with the passing of Marty Warren. After successfully battling cancer, he passed early yesterday morning. Now, Marty was my classmate and teammate at Boyle County, where he played baseball and football. Of course, for years, he could be heard with you calling the Danville Admiral football games, as well as umpiring and working with Little League sports. First met Marty as a 7th grader when we moved to Danville. We both attended Bate Junior High and played on the same Little League football team as 7th graders, and the basketball team as 8th graders, where dear old Dad was our coach. As 8th graders, Assistant Principal Gordon Montgomery would let Marty and I out of class to fill up the Coke machine in the basement. More than once we talked about how exciting it was when Mr. Montgomery came down one day and gave us a free pop, and the 3 of us sat around drinking it. Never occurred to us we could have had him one any time, but didn't. Probably why Gordon Montgomery chose us to do it. When Dad took the basketball coaching job at Boyle County, I was pleasantly surprised to see that Marty had transferred as well. And over the years, we had a good laugh about the time I forgot my shoulder pads before the Nelson County game. And when I told Coach Rawl, he shouted, "How do you forget your football pads?" I mean, Joe, that's like going to war without your weapon. And rightfully, Coach Rawl said in disgust, "Well, I guess you're not going to play." But fortunately, running to the sidelines, I saw Marty Warren, and Marty had a hurt hand, so I knew he wasn't going to play, so I wore Marty's. And Marty, being a smaller stature, Coach Rawl says he can still remember having to run wind sprints the next week. Yeah, Marty Warren will be missed. One of the golden fibers that gave the fabric of our society its strength. Well, Joe, another Halloween behind us. It was a nice change of pace to witness cute costumes of children masquerading as ghouls and goblins instead of witnessing the masked faces of children in adult bodies masquerading and acting as fools on college campuses and city streets, defending terrorists and celebrating anti-Semitism. And they call themselves educated? No, they're just indoctrinated. A broke woke mentality. There's nothing woke about them. They're asleep and still dreaming while creating a nightmare for us all. No, their tough talk and actions don't make them ghouls, but uneducated fools. And while I often share here that if the study of math and sciences will give America a technological edge in the future, it'll be the study of history that'll keep that future free. As dear old dad, my high school basketball coach at good old Boyle County High School, Rebels, R-E-B-E-L-S, Rebels, stated that they're just puppy dogs still wet behind the ears. Of course, Dad is part of what is called the greatest generation, the World War II and Korean era, that when they were young, they saved the world from tyranny and Nazi annihilation of the Jewish people, and supported the establishment of the nation of Israel on its ancestral homeland after Romans had scattered them to all parts of the world years before. There was never a country of Palestine. It was the name the Romans called the land of Israel, and it was the enslaved Jewish people who were given the name Palestinians by the Romans. That name's been confiscated by today's Palestinians. Now, the Bible says God knows our prayers before we ask them. Yes, God knew one day there would be prayers for the deliverance from the Nazi Holocaust, and it would require the raising up of a country called America that would answer those prayers. Even making prophetic the words of Prime Minister Winston Churchill when England stood alone in their darkest hour, and many in Churchill's war cabinet wanted to surrender to Germany. Churchill stated that even if our island nation were to be overrun, I believe with the might of the British Navy that our colonies would fight on until the old world, meaning Europe, would be rescued by the new, meaning America. And that's exactly what happened. And in God's perfect timing, it fell upon the greatest generation. No, America is not perfect. We have our faults because we are first human and as such subject to both proper and improper judgment. But we are the greatest. We are the only thing that stands between tyranny and freedom for the rest of the world. And as Abraham Lincoln stated, the only way America will be destroyed if it's destroyed from within. And why the teaching of equity, diversity, and inclusion on college campuses and critical race theory in elementary and high schools is so hazardous to our health. Because it's based on race and ignorance. It's also the reason why I'm not a fan of the term African, Scottish, or Irish Americans, because the hyphen can so easily divide us. On June the 6th, 1944, the D-Day invasion took place to free the enslaved people of Europe. And hiding in an attic in Holland, there was a 12-year-old Jewish girl named Anne Frank. Upon hearing the news, wrote in her diary, with excitement that jumped from the pages, "The Americans have landed." She did not say the African, Scottish, or Irish Americans. No, she did not see the hyphen that can divide. She only saw the Americans. She didn't even mention the British or Canadians. She understood her deliverance would come through the hands of the Americans. Unfortunately, Anne Frank, author of The Diary of a Young Girl, hiding in the attic, would be betrayed by a neighbor, arrested, and die in a concentration camp. And today in America, on college campuses, in libraries, foreigners on student visas, and some uneducated Americans with masks and Palestinian scarves around their faces beat on the locked doors where the librarian told the Jewish students to go hide in the attic. Now in 1979, when protests erupted on college campuses, marching in support of our hostages being taken, the children of the greatest generation shut them down and would not let them burn the American flag because we were taught differently. There was no school shootings because we could see the 10 Commandments every day in school and could read, "Thou shalt not kill." At Boyle County High School, guns hung in the back of pickup trucks, and not once did that gun jump off that gun rack, march into the school, and start shooting it up. So obviously it's not a gun problem, is it? But a heart problem. There was a picture in every schoolroom of George Washington and sometimes Abraham Lincoln. Yes, we were taught to love of family and country, respect for authority, and civic responsibility, essential components which help make up a successful society. And now with open borders, FBI Director Christopher Wray says America is at risk of a terrorist attack. He's probably covering his hindside. If that's the case, then close the darn border. Did you know we had over 160 men on the terrorist watch list try and come across in the last 2 weeks? Over 1.5 million gotaways since Biden took office. And now Jewish students on campuses are told to hide in the attic from the scarfed foreign students hiding their faces. Thank you, Anthony Fauci, and governors like Andy Beshear and Joe Biden for making the sight of masks an acceptable everyday occurrence. Let me tell you, when you see those Palestinian scarves, the Fedayah, being used to hide the face of males on campus or streets, just equated to the Ku Klux Klan. There's a reason after 9/11, Palestinians could be seen cheering in the streets of Gaza. There's a reason Egypt and Jordan will not let them cross and take refuge in their countries. They've been radicalized through their schools, and now we are transporting that ideology to our shores to attend and be taught in our schools. Thank goodness we're allowed to have the same type guns that our tax dollars and Joe Biden's policies have allowed Hamas to have, as weapons left in Afghanistan have made their way to the Hamas terrorists. Yeah, freedom. It isn't free. As Ronald Reagan stated, it's a generational fight. Because, folks, the natural progression of man is to control and tell others what to do. And why this governor's race between Daniel Cameron and the man-child, Andy Bashir, is important. Americans have short memories, unlike the Jews who remember the Holocaust. It's a benefit of living in a free country. However, our greatest strength can become our greatest weakness. We should not forget that during the pandemic, Bashir had the arrogance and audacity to tell you whether your profession was essential, and violated our First Amendment by closing churches and ordering state police to take down license plate numbers, while creating a tattletale hotline and encouraging Kentuckians to turn in their fellow citizens who are violating the man-child's edicts, just like the people of Holland were encouraged to do during World War II. And Bashir would do it again if he had a chance. And oh yes, he also feels the state owns your child, and you, the parents and grandparents, are only the guardians, because he believes that he can tell you whether your daughter or granddaughter should have to use the same bathroom as a boy who now pretends to be a girl. As shared before, emergency powers is neither good nor bad. It's just like money. It merely exposes individuals. If they're good, their good actions are magnified. And if bad, their bad actions are more easily noticed, and they are exposed. And the man-child, Andy Bashir, has exposed himself for the tyrant he is, and why Daniel Cameron is the best choice for freedom.
Randy Graham, the thoughts of Randy Graham and Randy Graham's thoughts, Tuesdays and Thursdays right here on WHIR Danville. News, talk, sports. Coming up in the next half hour, James the Gardener joins us. Gardening with James. We'll have Grub Cab, the world of food. We'll see what's gone on this date, November 2nd, in rock and roll, pop, and R&B music history in the 9 o'clock hour. Shaker Village of Pleasant Hill and Heritage Hospice and the Veterans Appreciation Luncheon Committee joins us as well. We're 8 days away from the big Veterans Appreciation Luncheon coming back this year, and we'll have them on in the 9:30 hour.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Rescue crews continue to search for a trapped mine worker following a fatal building collapse at an idled coal production plant in Martin County.
The Mountain Citizen newspaper in Martin County says that people near the collapsed coal production plant in eastern Kentucky thought perhaps they heard an explosion when the 11-story building came down, sending up a huge cloud of dust around 6:30 p.m. In the hours after, a growing emergency response by local and state crews trying to get to two men trapped in the rubble. Governor Bashir confirmed the death of one of those workers this morning as he declared a state of emergency. Sheriff John Kirk telling the paper that the effort could still take days. I'm Jack Crumley.
A missing Kentucky man is now considered armed and dangerous. The Laurel County Sheriff's Office says 39-year-old William Reagan was last seen Wednesday morning east of London. Deputies now say Reagan recently broke into a home south of London armed with a machete. Kentucky voters are urged to head to the polls early. Secretary of State Michael Adams says voting early is the best way to avoid long lines. Turnout this year is expected to be around 40%. Early voting is tomorrow through Saturday. Election Day is Tuesday, November 7th. And the time to fall back and change the clocks is this weekend. Daylight saving time ends at 2 a.m. Sunday. Dr. David Heestand at U of L Health recommends
certainly staying active is going to be of a great benefit to folks. Really working to increase the artificial light certainly will help a lot, and kind of higher intensity light.
He also suggests taking a small dose of melatonin to get to sleep earlier. The American Academy of Sleep Medicine has called for the elimination of daylight saving time. I'm Haley Hansen.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Hey, good morning. You're heading to the airport, right?
Yep, thanks for checking. I like the car. How long have you been a rideshare driver?
About 3 years now. I really enjoy it.
Isn't it hard to make money these days with the price of gas being so high?
Not for me. I use Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get real money back when you get gas with the Upside app?
Yep, I get real cash back every time I get gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code TAXI for an extra 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code TAXI for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code TAXI.
Hello, this is Alan Martin, loan officer at Whitaker Bank in downtown Danville. Home values are at an all-time high, which means it's the perfect time to look into a home equity loan. Whitaker Bank can help you turn the equity in your home into a line of credit that could allow you to finally do those repairs you've put off, or to provide peace of mind knowing you have the funds available for an emergency. Call me at 859-236-9822. That's 859-236-9822, and together we'll find just the right loan for you. Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. Discussion continues on the possibility of a new jail building in Boyle County. The Advocate Messenger's report in the Boyle County Fiscal Court had a special called meeting where they discussed the potential of a new jail. A study done 5 years ago showed that Boyle County would benefit from a new jail with more beds and areas dedicated to addiction and mental health treatment. The current Boyle County Jail has 220 beds, and jailer Brian Wooford believes a jail with around 250 beds would be more ideal. Current square footage costs would have a jail big enough to hold that many beds, with dedicated areas at around $60 million. As for where that jail would go, the advocate says that the county has reached out to North Point about potentially acquiring land there. Big-time news for 2 area schools, including Bergen. On Tuesday, the Kentucky Department of Education ranked the districts in the state on their Kentucky School Report Card, with Bergen and Boyle County coming in the top 10. Bergen was ranked 9th overall in the state, while Boyle County was ranked 8th overall in the state and was the top county school in the state of Kentucky. You can see the rankings online at the Kentucky Department of Education website. Danville police arrested a man who they say had drugs and a gun on him. It happened Tuesday when Danville police were conducting an investigation at a home on Fox Run Trail. During that investigation, they obtained a search warrant searching the home of 51-year-old James Goldade. Police say they found methamphetamine and drug paraphernalia during that search. Goldade was charged with trafficking methamphetamine and possession of drug paraphernalia and was lodged in jail. The Garrett County Sheriff's Office says they still have a few stickers left to help out the Garrett County Special Olympics. Garrett County Sheriff's Office is selling limited quantities of Down Syndrome Awareness bumper stickers. The fundraiser helps raise money for the Garrett County Schools Special Olympics, with 100% of all the proceeds going directly to that cause. You can get your stickers from the Garrett County Sheriff's Office for $5 until supplies last. And you can officially cast your vote now as early voting is underway. Early voting will take place in your area today, tomorrow, and Saturday. Call your local county courthouse for information on where the voting will take place. Meanwhile, Election Day is Tuesday from 6 until 6. There are some local races to keep track of, including a mayoral race in Harrodsburg, a vote on a local school board race in the Danville Schools Precinct, and a vote on whether or not the county of Garrett will go wet. There's also statewide races like governor, attorney general, auditor, Agriculture Commissioner, and Secretary of State on the ballot. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
ADA Heating and Air. ADA is on the way. Large enough to serve you, small enough to care. Since 1984. ADA. Always on time with our professional team when we show up at your door. ADA. Residential and commercial, day or night. ADAHeatingandAir.com does it right. ADA Heating and Air. ADA is on the way.
The Hometown Radio Network sports broadcast schedule brought to you by Monticello Bank. High school football playoffs, they start this week, and the first game is Thursday night. Boyle County hosting Whitley County. That's a Thursday night game, 7:30 on Z105. Friday night, Danville's at Beechwood, 7:30 kickoff on 103.9 FM WHIR. Mercer County hosts LaRue County, 7:30 on 99.5 FM WHBN. And Garrett County hosts Elizabethtown Friday night, 7:30 on Z105.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by
Cattleman's Roadhouse. Treat yourself to a delicious meal at Cattleman's. Their burgers, all natural beef, certified, humanely raised, never any antibiotics. Cattleman's Roadhouse, Danville Bypass, where a great steak truly is just the beginning. All right, you get sunshine, a high today of 54, a low tonight of 32. Tomorrow, sunshine, high of 61, and on Saturday, sunshine, high of 63. Right now, it's 8:37 in the morning, 26 degrees, wind chill feels like 18. It's dropped a degree. 18-degree wind chills. On this Thursday morning, got Boyle County Rebel football coming on here for you tonight, 7:30 kickoff. 7 o'clock is the pregame show. We'll have it on our sister station, Z105, as the Rebels start their playoff run tonight against Whitley County. We've got Wedding Plenty with Pim coming your way right now. What's going on with Pimmy this morning?
Hi, I'm Pim Stewart Clark, and this is Wedding Planning with Pim. The best way to keep from spending way too much money on your wedding is to create a budget in writing. You'll need it to bring you back down to earth when you're shown the venues of your dreams, extravagant gowns, exotic blooms, and exquisite 6-layer cakes. The first stages of wedding planning is a good time to discuss your financial plan for yourselves as a couple. Is there graduate school in your future? The purchase of a home? Are you planning on starting a family? These or other factors may determine the amount you're willing to spend or how deeply you're willing to go into debt. After you agree on a wedding budget, know you have a greater chance of sticking to that budget if you write everything down. Use 2 spreadsheets, one for the funds you estimate you'll need and one for the actual funds spent. If you're fortunate enough to have parents or other relatives offer to help with expenses, just remember that when people are paying towards something, they tend to feel they have a say in how their money's spent. So if folks offer to help, graciously accept their generosity, but try to tactfully establish some ground rules. My love note for today: sometimes parents simply aren't in a position to help financially. Just remember, there's so much to do when planning a wedding, there will be plenty of non-monetary ways for your family members to help.
I've been taking Nutrafol for about a year.
I've been taking Nutrafol just over 4.5 years.
My hair was thinning.
I just gave birth. I was under a lot of stress.
I like Nutrafol because it's drug-free and the #1 dermatologist recommended hair growth supplement.
My hair feels thicker,
stronger.
The breakage is less.
Nutrafol has taken me back to the hair I was meant to have.
Join the 1 million people growing at Nutrafol.com. That's Nutrafol.com.
What's for dinner? Burgers?
After last week, no thanks.
Avoiding foods due to fear of diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools? It may not be just stomach issues. It could be EPI, or exocrine pancreatic insufficiency. EPI can cause uncomfortable symptoms because it's a condition where the pancreas doesn't release enough digestive enzymes to break down food. But EPI can be managed. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor about your symptoms. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Commonwealth Credit Union is growing with new branches all across the state. And whether you've seen us at Oktoberfest or driven past our Harrodsburg branch and thought about joining, here's one more reason to become a member. Join us October 30th through November 4th as we celebrate all our members. From certificate specials with unbelievable rates to amazing giveaways, we just want to say thanks. Visit ccuky.org/thanks for details. Commonwealth Credit Union. Here, we see you differently. Insured by NCUA.
Last place feeling in life is no place to be. Ready for a new way of living? The Isaiah House will put you first. Long-term and short-term residential treatment, outpatient treatment, medication assisted treatment, transitional living, and job skills training. Isaiah House has the programs to the path of help, hope, and healing. End the hurting. Take the first step toward a happier, healthier you. Call the Isaiah House anytime, 24 hours a day.
Catch the best of Sean Hannity, Saturday mornings, 10 to 1 on WHIR.
8:42 in the morning, Thursday, November the 2nd. That's 110223 on your calendar. And happy to have you alongside with us this morning. 238-WHIR, phone number to call in. We'd love to have you on the Joe Show this morning, 238-9447. Former mortgage broker going viral for quitting his job to carve pumpkins. He is a professional pumpkin carver. Who knew that you could go pro in pumpkin carving? You can. Seems like a bad idea, but how about making millions of dollars to carve pumpkins? That's what he's making, millions to carve pumpkins, this former mortgage broker, so he must be really good at it. Here's the story. Pumpkin.
Are you one of the unfortunate people who quit your job to carve pumpkins only to find yourself unemployed again?
I sure am.
Well, move over LinkedIn. Now there's Pumpkin, the job search site that will help you find a new gig.
I quit my well-paying job in human resources to carve pumpkins full-time because I heard you could make millions carving pumpkins. Let me tell you, I really went out with a bang. I gave my boss the finger on the way out, and then I slashed his tires in the parking lot. Well, then I realized that Halloween's over, and nobody wants carved pumpkins anymore. Pumpkin is helping me find a new job. Hopefully. What have I done?
Pumpkin. Find a new job to replace the job carving pumpkins that you replaced your old job with. Log on now.
There you go, Pumpkin. It's 8:43 in the morning. Grub Gab is here. The world of food is here. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's just eat it. Here we go. How about a little Baskin-Robbins for you, celebrating the 2023 Thanksgiving season with a new Turkey Day Fixins ice cream flavor and the return of their popular turkey cake for the month of November. The new Turkey Day Fixins flavor of the month ice cream is a combination of sweet potato and autumn ice creams mixed with pieces of honey cornbread and swirls of ocean spray cranberry sauce. The chain says the new ice cream goes great with Thanksgiving sides like cornbread, sweet taters, and cranberry sauce. The turkey cake is also coming back this year. Baskin-Robbins' take on a roasted turkey and is made to look like it's straight out of the oven. The turkey cake is filled with your choice of ice cream flavor, decorated with sugar cone legs and covered in caramel praline glaze. Both items are available now at Baskin-Robbins. There you go. Grub Gab, Baskin-Robbins. Hardee's got stuff going on as well, combining sweet and savory for the launch of candied bacon. Made in-house with the brand's Applewood smoked bacon, Hardee's new candied bacon, coated with caramelized brown sugar and a hint of black pepper. Available all day at participating Hardee's restaurants nationwide. Candied bacon can be on-the-go snacking. In addition to the snack pack, Hardee's new candied bacon menu also includes a candied bacon Frisco burger, candied bacon biscuit, and candied bacon Angus Frisco burger. Hardee's Candied Bacon Biscuit features Applewood smoked candy bacon and the Candied Bacon Angus Frisco burger, 100% Angus beef with the candied bacon on top of that. Grub Gab, the world of food, where, ladies and gentlemen, you can just eat it. We got one more story in here. I think we mentioned this yesterday, but there's a new promotion from Dairy Queen aimed at cheeseburger lovers, offering 2 single cheeseburgers for $5 or 2 double cheeses for $7 at participating DQ locations. Dairy Queen's original cheeseburger features a 1/3 pound real beef patty with melted sharp American cheese, ketchup, mustard, and pickles, served in a toasted onion bun. The original double cheeseburger adds an extra beef patty and a slice of cheese. Dairy Queen 2 for $5 and 2 for $7 cheeseburgers. Baskin-Robbins with their Turkey Day Fixins ice cream, Hardee's, and candied bacon. Grub Gab, the world of food. Yeah, it's 8:46 in the morning. We see what's going on this date in rock and roll, pop, and R&B music history. It's coming up next.
Shop and save at Bob Allen GMC. Hi, I'm John Welsh. Lease a new 23 GMC Sierra 1500 4x4 for only $199 a month for 24 months. $53.17 plus per 7. Must be GM Lease Loyalty. Bob Allen GMC on Maple Avenue in Danville, or shop online anytime at BobAllenMotorMall.com. GMC, we are professional grade.
At Linux of Danville, we install all things hitch and towing related, from a gooseneck to a fifth wheel and even a classic receiver hitch. We also install wiring you need for your new hitch. Quality products made in America. Call us today, 59209-4033, or stop by 935 Stanford Road. Linux of Danville, we make tough look good.
Hello, Central Kentucky. I'm Steve Bertram with sports. The high school football playoffs kick off tonight on Hometown Radios. We have one game for you. In Class 4A, Boyle County host Whitley County at 7:30 on Z105. Pre-game shows start a little after 7, and it streams at hometownlive.net. One other area contest in Class 3A has Rockcastle County hosting Estill County. We'll bring you 3 more games tomorrow night, all with 7:30 kickoffs. In Class 3A, Mercer County hosts LaRue County on WHBN-FM, and Garrett County entertains Elizabethtown on Z105. In Class 2A, Danville's on the road at Beechwood on WHIR-FM. Again, all those games stream at hometownlive.net. Other action tomorrow in Marion counties at Christian Academy of Louisville. And in 2A, Washington County hosts Metcalfe County. Texas won baseball's World Series last night by shutting out Arizona 5-0. The Diamondbacks' Zach Gallen had a no-hitter through 6 innings before the Rangers got a run in the 7th, then added 4 in the 9th. Texas went 12-0 on the road this postseason to win their first ever World Championship. Shortstop Corey Seager was the series MVP. Number 16, Kentucky has its final exhibition game tonight. The Wildcats face Kentucky State in Rupp Arena at 7 o'clock. Kentucky football's on the road Saturday night at Mississippi State. UK has lost 3 straight games, all in the SEC. Kickoffs at 7:30 Saturday night on Z105. There have been 2 deaths in the sports world. Locally, colorman and statistician Marty Warren passed away after a long struggle. He did color and stats for Hometown Radio for many years and wrote newspaper columns too. We already miss you. Marty Warren, R.I.P. And legendary basketball coach Bob Knight is dead at the age of 83 after a coaching career that saw his teams win 902 games plus 3 national titles at Indiana. Knight coached at IU, Army, and Texas Tech. That's sports. God bless America. I'm Steve Bertram on the Hometown Radio Network.
The Zaxby's High School Football Preview Show is back. For the 12th year, the Zaxby's High School Football Preview Show is getting you ready for Friday night's games. It's Central Kentucky's only pregame show as we preview the games for Danville, Boyle County, Mercer County, and Garrett County, as well as pick area high school players and the Danville Family Dentistry High School Fantasy Football Draft, the only high school fantasy draft that we know of. Join us. Let's have fun as we prepare for the best part of the week, Friday Night Lights, on the Zaxby's High School Football Preview Show. Fridays from 6 o'clock until 7 on WHIR and WHBN.
Hi, this is Jenny at the Danville Nutrition Center. Get ready for the great outdoors with our Rootology sinus and allergy support products. Or try our DEET-free, all-natural bug repellents that are safe for the whole family. We even have a natural bug repellent for dogs, which is specially formulated to repel mosquitoes, flies, fleas, and ticks. Enjoy the great outdoors naturally by visiting your locally owned Danville Nutrition Center. We are located at 802 South 4th Street in Danville.
Hey, Joe, did you know Big Deals has got something new?
Where can I save money now, Radio Rick?
We've got the Anderson Lifestyle Boutique in Danville. Buy a $50 gift certificate for a Big Deals price of just $35.
Sounds awesome. What do they have?
They offer jewelry, apparel, gifts, and home decor. They do embroidery and monogramming. Come and see their selection of comfortable jeans, heavy canvas bags, lamps, art, scratch-made soap scents, natural soy candles. Find the perfect curtains, blinds, and shutters for your home.
Sounds great. I know where I can get my wife a gift and save money. Please don't tell her.
Joe, you like to eat, don't you?
You bet.
Save money at the Big City Pizza Company in Danville. Another new way to save.
I'd love to have some of their 3-cheese mac and cheese pizza.
Well, get over to hometownlive.net and save on Big City Pizza with a $10 gift certificate for just $7.
I'm on it. Pizza night tonight at the Mathis house.
You, too, can save with more big deals at hometownlive.net. Lots of discounts like Bread of Life, Sweets by Cindy, O'Charlie's, Applebee's, the Old Bus Station, and A&L Accessories.
Commonwealth Credit Union is growing with new branches all across the state. And whether you've seen us at Oktoberfest or driven past our Harrodsburg branch and thought about joining, here's one more reason to become a member. Join us October 30th through November 4th as we celebrate all our members. From certificate specials with unbelievable rates to amazing giveaways, we just want to say thanks. Visit ccuky.org/thanks for details. Commonwealth Credit Union. Here, we see you differently. Insured by NCUA.
So creamy it melts in your mouth. Mom Blakeman's candy.
Mom Blakeman's has made the world's best cream pull candy, and we have been making potato candy since 2010. We ship all over the world and have it in many retail stores. You are welcome to stop by our shop in Lancaster to sample or purchase any of our 7 flavors of cream pull candy and potato candy. We have a variety of tubs and tins available. Visit our website at momblakeman'scandy.com. Mom Blakeman's Candy, Kentucky's best kept secret.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
Yeah, it's brought to you by our friends hanging out over at Danville Auto Body Shop. For top-of-the-line collision and auto body repair, head to the mechanics at Danville Auto Body Shop, 315 Dillahay. Call ahead for an appointment, 236-2299. That's 236-2299, Danville Auto Body Shop. Partly sunny, becoming mostly sunny this afternoon. High of 54, low tonight 32. You get sunshine football Friday tomorrow, 61's the high. Saturday, sunny 63. Sunday, sunny 65. Got Rebel football tonight. The Boyle County Rebels. Back-to-back-to-back. Class 4A defending state champions. Start their run tonight in a playoff game on a Thursday night. Let's see what's going on this date. November 2nd in rock and roll, pop, and R&B music history, starting off in 1957, where Carter Beauford was born. He's a drummer and percussionist and founding member of this band right here. The Dave Matthews Band. Yeah. Oh, this is an awesome album. Under the Table and Dreaming, Dave Matthews Band. Carter Beauford's a really good drummer. How good is he? A reader's poll by Rolling Stone magazine in 2010, now I know it's been 13 years, but 2010 ranked Beauford as the 10th greatest drummer of all time. Carter Beauford, 1957, was born. This is a great CD, great album. I guess it's not just a CD, it's an album. On this date, rock and roll, pop, and R&B music history. I always think of this, though, as a CD, because when I had my Jeep, I had this on CD, and I had a CD player on my Jeep, and I would just cruise around with the top off and doors off on my Jeep in the summertime, and I would jam Dave Matthews' album Under the Table and Dreaming. On this date, 1967, this recording was finished of this single. The Beatles completed the recording of their single called Hello Goodbye at Abbey Road Studios in London with a second Paul McCartney bass line. The McCartney song had been selected for the A-side for the Beatles' next single. The B-side was John Lennon's song, I Am the Walrus. And it was on this date, rock and roll, pop, and R&B music history, 1974. This artist went to number 1 on the charts with this one. Oh, gotta be Stevie Wonder. You Haven't Done Nothing, Stevie Wonder at number 1. It was Stevie Wonder's 4th U.S. number 1 single. The track featured the Jackson 5 on backing vocals. Stevie Wonder. The Beatles, Carter Beauford, have made their mark on this date. November 2nd, rock and roll, pop, and R&B.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
Let's see, if something costs less, but people are happier with it, that sounds like something to look into, and that is MediShare. Maybe you've heard switching to MediShare to pay for health care can save many families up to $500 a month, and that is huge. But it's also true that people are way more satisfied after making the switch, too. The member satisfaction rate for MediShare is double that of the typical health insurance plan. Double. MediShare works, too. It's been around for 30 years. Members have shared more than $5 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network. So, yeah, really, you can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now. You'll get a price within 2 minutes. So see what you can save. This is a very, very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need. Call 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE, 855-51-BIBLE.
You have a loved one needing to find help, hope, and healing today. The first step to a happier, healthier life is to call the Isaiah House Real Hope for Addiction. Isaiah House provides care for men and women, locations throughout Kentucky, resetting one's life through healing, opportunity, education, and employment support for lifelong success. When you feel once to the point of rock bottom and needs help, hope, and healing, call the Isaiah House anytime, 24 hours a day.
Listen to us on your smart speaker. Just ask to play our call letters. WHIR.
9 o'clock in the morning, top hour news is coming your way. Over the next hour, we have Shaker Village, and we have the Heritage Hospice Veterans Appreciation Committee will be on here over the next hour. And a lot to talk about, a lot to consider, a lot to discuss here with 1 hour to go on the Joe Show. And again, high school football tonight. Z105 is the station. Rebel Field. Rebel Stadium, I guess we should say, is the 89447. UK basketball tonight, too. They scrimmage Kentucky State University tonight. And they are at home. One last scrimmage before they start the season off next week, early next week. 9 o'clock in the morning, here's Top Hour News.
This is the talk of the town, AM 1230, and now on FM 103.9, WHIR Danville, powered by Kentucky WiMAX.
It's 9 o'clock.
NBC News Radio, I'm Michael Kastner. President Biden says there needs to be a pause in the Israel-Hamas war. Speaking in Minnesota yesterday, the president said, I think we need a pause. And when asked to clarify, he said, a pause means time to get the prisoners out. Hamas is holding many civilians, including Americans, hostage in Gaza. A vote to expel Republican Representative George Santos from the House has failed. Mark Mayfield with more.
On Wednesday, the Republican-led effort to oust Santos fell short of the two-thirds vote needed to expel a member of Congress. Santos is under fire from both the Republicans and Democrats for lying about his personal history. He's also being charged with 23 federal counts that include stealing people's identities.
The Texas Rangers are the World Series champions for the first time in franchise history. Fans took to the streets in Dallas following the team's victory. Texas defeated the Arizona Diamondbacks 5-0 in Game 5 of the Fall Classic in Phoenix. Corey Seager finished with 2 hits in the win and was named the World Series MVP. Several mayors will be in Washington, D.C. today to ask the White House and Congress for action on the migrant crisis. They include the mayor of Chicago, Brandon Johnson.
Look, Chicago is leaning in. We have borne the brunt of the responsibility here. That's not an equitable distribution of how government should cooperate.
Also in attendance will be the mayors of New York City, Los Angeles, Houston, and Denver. They'll be taking part in sit-downs with Biden administration officials and members of the House and Senate. 3 transgender youths in Tennessee are asking the Supreme Court to block the state's ban on certain forms of transition health care for minors. A petition filed Wednesday by them, their parents, and a Tennessee doctor argues that the state law violates the 12th Amendment's Equal Protection Clause. Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
Do you own an annuity, either fixed rate, indexed, or variable? Are you paying high fees and getting low returns? If so, Annuity General would like you to have this free book to learn the pitfalls and mistakes of buying an annuity. The Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers contains the little-known truths about annuities, like how to help reduce your fees and increase retirement income. And it's free. That's right, free. As a bonus, we'll also throw in a free annuity rate report just for calling. We researched over 1,000 annuities and summarized rates and benefits from financially strong insurers. You get Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers and the Annuity Rate Report, both absolutely free for calling Annuity General today. Hurry, supplies are limited. Call now.
800-273-7075. 800-273-7075. 800-273-7075. That's 800-273-7075.
Portland, Oregon public schools teachers are hitting the picket lines. Portland Association of Teachers called for a strike following months of failed contract negotiations. This teacher says things are tough.
My class sizes are huge, and it is very difficult to properly serve that many students at the same time.
The teachers union says the district's final offer did not make any real investments to build safe, properly maintained, and fully resourced schools in every neighborhood. Teachers are demanding a pay raise of 21% over 3 years and smaller classroom sizes. Negotiators will be back at the bargaining table today to try to end the Hollywood actors' strike. Talks between the actors union and the major studios continued into Wednesday night, with artificial intelligence being a major sticking point. Sources from both SAG-AFTRA and the Producers Alliance say a tentative deal could be reached within a week. We change our clocks on Sunday. Read tennis with more.
In 2022, the U.S. Senate unanimously approved the Sunshine Protection Act, a bill that would make daylight saving time permanent. But it wasn't passed by the House or by President Biden, so at 2 a.m. on Sunday, we set our clocks back 1 hour. The upside is you get an extra hour of sleep until March of 2024, when we return to daylight saving time and lose that hour.
Don't get angry with me.
The new Rolling Stones album has set a chart record in the U.S. Hackney Diamonds debuted at number 3 this week on the Billboard 200 Albums chart. That makes the Rolling Stones the first act to reach the top 10 with a new album in the U.S. every decade since the 1960s. The FDA says more eye drops are being recalled. On Wednesday, the Ohio-headquartered pharmaceutical company Cardinal Health announced it was recalling its Rugby brand eye drops after it received reports of burning eyes, blurry vision, and vision loss. Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
Now, here's the morning Sean Hannity update.
This isn't sufficient to fire her?
I am not in a position to speak to an ongoing personnel matter.
This isn't sufficient to fire her? That's what you're telling me?
That is not what I'm saying.
But she's still on your payroll as we sit here today.
That is not what I'm saying.
Do you understand that this man is in charge of our Department of Homeland Security? There's never been a time in the history of this country that we have opened up our borders without vetting a single person, where, according to a congressional report, 99% of the people stay, and now have become a massive financial burden on the American people, but even more importantly, a clear and present danger to the national security of our country. And this guy won't answer how many illegal immigrants are here. Join Sean later today, right here on the Sean Hannity Show.
Ashley Banfield and Chris Cuomo on America's fastest-growing cable news network, News Nation.
The viewer seems to have been lost in the shuffle of cable news lately. They don't want a team sport. They want the full picture.
The appetite is greater than it has ever been for perspective, for understanding, and for information that they can not just trust, but use.
See why more people are turning to News Nation, news for all America. To find News Nation on your screen, go to joinnn.com.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job, So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Hi, this is Jenny at the Danville Nutrition Center. Get ready for the great outdoors with our Rootology sinus and allergy support products. Or try our DEET-free, all-natural bug repellents that are safe for the whole family. We even have a natural bug repellent for dogs, which is specially formulated to repel mosquitoes, flies, fleas, and ticks. Enjoy the great outdoors naturally by visiting your locally owned Danville Nutrition Center. We are located at 802 South 4th Street in Danville.
Lawson's Tractor 2, your local Kubota equipment dealer, wants to help you deliver a job done right. That's why they want you to know that the new Kubota inventory is arriving daily. You have work to do. They have the reliability and durability and versatile lineup to help you do it all. Visit Lawson's Tractor 2 today for all your equipment needs. Lawson's Tractor 2, 4 miles south of Danville on Highway 127, open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and Saturday, 8 to noon. Lawson's Tractor 2.
Good morning to you folks. Thursday, November the 2nd, 110223 on your calendar. And a day where we get sunshine. It's 54. We are going to visit Billy Rankin at Shaker Village of Pleasant Hill. A lot to do this month of November, and Billy's coming up after news.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update.
Discussion continues on the possibility of a new jail building in Boyle County. The Advocate Messenger's report in the Boyle County Fiscal Court had a special called meeting where they discussed the potential of a new jail. A study done 5 years ago showed that Boyle County would benefit from a new jail with more beds and areas dedicated to addiction and mental health treatment. The current Boyle County Jail has 220 beds, and jailer Brian Wooford believes a jail with around 250 beds would be more ideal. Current square footage costs would have a jail big enough to hold that many beds with dedicated areas at around $60 million. As for where that jail would go, the advocate says that the county has reached out to North Point about potentially acquiring land there. Big-time news for 2 area schools, including Bergen. On Tuesday, the Kentucky Department of Education ranked the districts in the state on their Kentucky School Report Card, with Bergen and Boyle County coming in the top 10. Bergen was ranked 9th overall in the state, while Boyle County was ranked 8th overall in the state and was the top county school in the state of Kentucky. You can see the rankings online at the Kentucky Department of Education website. Danville police arrested a man who they say had drugs and a gun on him. It happened Tuesday when Danville police were conducting an investigation at a home on Fox Run Trail. During that investigation, they obtained a search warrant searching the home of 51-year-old James Goldade. Police say they found methamphetamine and drug paraphernalia during that search. Goldade was charged with trafficking methamphetamine and possession of drug paraphernalia and was lodged in jail. The Garrett County Sheriff's Office says they still have a few stickers left to help out the Garrett County Special Olympics. Garrett County Sheriff's Office is selling limited quantities of Down Syndrome Awareness bumper stickers. The fundraiser helps raise money for the Garrett County Schools Special Olympics, with 100% of all the proceeds going directly to that cause. You can get your stickers from the Garrett County Sheriff's Office for $5 until supplies last. And you can officially cast your vote now as early voting is underway. Early voting will take place in your area today, tomorrow, and Saturday. Call your local county courthouse for information on where the voting will take place. Meanwhile, Election Day is Tuesday from 6 until 6. There are some local races to keep track of, including a mayoral race in Harrodsburg, a vote on a local school board race in the Danville Schools Precinct, and a vote on whether or not the county of Garrett will go wet. There's also statewide races like governor, attorney general, auditor, agriculture commissioner, and secretary of state on the ballot. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
Well, thanks there, Jack. That's awfully nice of you. Brought to you by Danville Auto Body Shop. Top-of-the-line collision auto body repair. Head to the mechanics at Danville Auto Body Shop, 315 Delahaye. Call for an appointment, 236-2299. That's 236-2299 for Danville Auto Body Shop. Sunshine, high of 54. Tomorrow, sunshine 61. Saturday, sunshine 63. Sunday, sunshine 65. This is one of those mornings where the Shakers would have had the fireplace roaring. Am I right, Billy? I mean, it's 19 degrees outside right now with a wind chill. That fireplace would have been roaring at Shaker Village. Comfortable inside. Shakers would have been staying inside all day long. Maybe even listening to the Joe Show this morning. What do you think?
Well, if there were still Shakers at Pleasant Hill, Joe, I can't imagine them listening to anything else.
Thank you. Thank you for that, Billy. Hey, we're happy about we flipped the calendar to November. Before that, Billy, I just want to run down trick-or-treating at Shaker Village. You said you bought some just inordinate amount of candy. I can't even remember how much candy you bought for this. How did that go?
Incredible amount.
Yeah, how did that go for you?
Yeah, went very well. Now, I'm assuming you're asking about how it went for the kids and not me picking up the candy, because me picking up the candy, that's 2 van loads of candy it took, Joe. That was
wow.
a lot of eyes looking at me. I counted 38 times someone told me that they're going to come to my house for trick-or-treat as they saw me leaving with all the candy. But the trick-or-treat for the kids went wonderfully.
Good.
Safe and sound. Everybody had a great time. Appreciate
awesome
you
stuff.
asking.
Yes. Yeah, well, it's November now, Billy, and throughout Fridays and Saturdays in November, you got a new exhibit, I guess, program, War Comes to Zion, Pleasant Hill and the American Civil War. Billy, let's talk about this first of all. Weekends, is this just through November?
It is. It's just a November evening program on Friday and Saturday evenings, and it's a really interesting look into Civil War history from a different perspective, from the perspective of a pacifist Shaker society that was impacted very heavily by the war here in Kentucky and the battles that took place and the troop movements here. But their unique perspective is they had built what they believed was heaven on earth. And how did they respond when war came to their doorstep?
Yes. Yeah, so Fridays and Saturdays, what time is this program? And is every program the same? So, like, if you come to one on Friday, basically same thing happening the next day?
Yeah, you only need to come to one of the programs, and it happens at 6 p.m., it's a 1-hour program, so from 6 to 7, and that leaves you plenty of time to book a dinner reservation at the Trustees Table Restaurant.
Yeah, awesome stuff. This weekend, you've got a couples escape weekend. This is sold out, but I got to go over the sold-out events to kind of add some urgency to the Shaker Village events. When you see something you like, make sure you sign up for it. Couples escape this weekend, Billy.
And Joe, we've actually sold out our next couple of packages, these retreats that we do. This one focused on couples. Coming out, we're doing some mixology, some drink making, some dessert making, some hay wagon rides, and stargazing. A lot of fun for a couple to come out and make it a date weekend and spend some time with your loved one. And then later on in the holidays, we have a holiday escape package, and that's sold out. So if you're looking for a package weekend at Shaker Village, your next bet is going to be our New Year's package when we do the Cabin Fever Retreat.
Okay.
Keep an eye open. That'll be coming out in early January.
The Shaker Village Ball is going to drop. Is that?
That's right. That's right. We'll put up the tower.
Yeah. Hey, this Saturday, you got the hand-tied brooms demonstration. Of course, Shakers are known for their brooms, right? I mean, that's one of the things that when you think of Shakers, you think of their great brooms and Shaker brooms. Tell us about this.
Broom making was a major industry for the Shakers, and they made tens of thousands per year in many of their villages and marketed those and sold them, well known for their flat brooms. But in this particular class, we're going to be doing some hand-tied brooms, some smaller brooms. Each participant's going to leave with a couple that they make that they can keep for themselves or give as Christmas gifts. This was such a popular class, we actually moved it to a larger space and opened up some more spots. So there's still 4 spots left, but we closed that at noon today.
All right, so noon today. Purchase tickets right now for the hand-tied brooms demonstration, shakervillageky.org, and you'll be able to make your own Shaker broom at that demonstration. That same Saturday, Billy, what are the 3 things Kentucky's known for? Bourbon, basketball, and horse racing. Horses, maybe not even in that order. And you've got the Equine Festival coming up on Saturday, Billy. Calling all horse lovers to this one.
That's right. Shaker Village is a wonderful site to go riding on our 29 miles of equestrian trails that are here on site. We also have stables for overnight boarding of horses. And, of course, we've got our wonderful draft horses that work here on the farm and pulling those wagon rides that people enjoy. So we decided to celebrate that with this festival. And we've partnered with a lot of different vendors who come out, who sell equestrian products, who offer trail rides, guided experiences, and also are bringing their horses for people to be able to work with and meet and be around. We're bringing out some food trucks and some other fun items, so from 10 to 4. And here's the best part. Joe, admission is only $5.
Awesome.
So if you'd like to come learn about all the things you can do for equestrians and for horseback riding at Shaker Village, this would be at the historic West Lot.
Okay.
Only $5. Come on out this Saturday and check it out.
Awesome stuff. That same Saturday, it's busy this Saturday. Mariana McDonald's back, and she's doing a painting demonstration. She can create some beautiful paintings, and she'll be there demonstrating that on Saturday from 10 o'clock until 4.
Yeah, Shaker Village, Pleasant Hill has always been an inspiration for Mariana, and her paintings are beautiful. If it's cold, she'll be inside the Welcome Center. If it's pleasant enough, she'll be in the courtyard just outside for everyone to speak with.
Yeah, should be pretty good Saturday. Sunny and mid-60s, low to mid-60s the high, Billy. So hopefully,
we're looking forward to it. It looks like one of the last nice weekends where it might feel a little warm with the sun on your face.
Yes, yeah. So this weekend should be great to visit Shaker Village. When you look at next weekend, November 10th, 11th, and 12th, can you believe it, Billy? Holiday greenery is going up at Shaker Village. We're already looking forward to Christmas. I mean, at that point, Thanksgiving will just be, 2 weeks away from next Thursday. Is that right? Yeah,
That's right.
That is right. Yeah, so tell us about how much decorating goes into making Shaker Village kind of just shine out this time of year.
Well, the calendar pages are turning too quickly, I think, Joe. But Shaker Village is it's most beautiful during the holiday season when it's decorated for Christmas. But it does take a village to do the work of decorating, and so we ask for volunteers to come out and lend a hand. We teach you how to make these beautiful holiday swags of natural materials, cedar and holly and fir. We put a nice red ribbon on them, and then we use about 150 of these to decorate around the village on lantern posts and doors and gates to really bring that festive holiday spirit to this historic site.
Yes.
This is a make one, take one activity, so we'll teach you how to do it. Make one for the village and make one for yourself to take home.
Yeah, so that'll be on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So you've got, is that something that people have to purchase tickets for, or can they just come do that just by paying admission to Shaker Village?
You don't have to pay at all. If
Okay.
you just want to come for the Holiday Greenery Helpers, just drop on in. This will take place over in our vegetable garden by the farm.
Awesome stuff. So that's next weekend, the 10th, 11th, and 12th. On the 11th, Saturday the 11th, that's Veterans Day on that Saturday the 11th, and you all are celebrating with some things going on there at Shaker Village. First of all, it does take a village to make Shaker Village as bright and beautiful and vibrant as it is, and you all are asking people to come up, help, and if you're looking for something to do that Saturday, you can lend a hand and help maintain the beauty with a volunteer work day.
Yeah, we appreciate the help so much. We do a volunteer day at the end of every fall season and at the beginning of every spring season. And for the end of the fall, it's helping to decorate the village. It's stringing lights along the historic turnpike. It's cleaning up some leaves, and it's putting the garden to bed. So if you or a group that you're a part of would like some volunteer hours or just to help give back to a local nonprofit like Shaker Village, the volunteer workday includes a continental breakfast, box lunch. If you stay the night, you get a great deal on an overnight room for volunteering, and it amounts to about 5 hours of volunteer work that day.
Awesome stuff. That's Saturday the 11th, and then things end that evening. Another sold-out event. But, Billy, the Fresh Food Adventure Quail Dinner. I've never had quail before. Billy, have you had quail? What does it taste like? I'd like to try this out, but it's sold out.
Well, oddly enough, Joe, I don't eat meat, but I have watched other people really enjoy the quail.
Yes.
It looks fantastic. We're known here on our property with our nature preserve for all the quail that live here naturally in the habitat here on the property. And so we use this dinner really as a promotion of both Chef Amber's wonderful talents, but also as a chance to talk about our preservation and conservation efforts on the property and the natural habitats that we create for quail here.
Now, I'm looking at the calendar the next week, the 13th through 17th. It says the trails are closed in the following week as well. Is that something just during the week at that point?
Just during the week. So the trails will always be open on the weekends, and they'll be open on Thanksgiving and Black Friday. But we're doing some maintenance on the trails, and this time of year is always a time that we help care for the preserve and get it right for the rest of the season.
ShakerVillageKY.org is the website. We have walked and worked our way through the first 2 weekends at Shaker Village in November. That's tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday of this week. And next Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we'll step aside, we'll come back, we'll talk the 17th, 18th, and 19th. And then that Black Friday type of weekend that we have after Thanksgiving, 24th, 25th, and 26th. here in the month of November at Shaker Village of Pleasant Hill. Billy Rankin joins us live here in the Joe Show, back after this on WHIR Danville News Talk Sports.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
Let's see, if something costs less, but people are happier with it, that sounds like something to look into, and that is MediShare. Maybe you've heard switching to MediShare to pay for health care can save many families up to $500 a month, and that is huge. But it's also true that people are way more satisfied after making the switch, too. The member satisfaction rate for MediShare is double that of the typical health insurance plan. Double. MediShare works, too. It's been around for 30 years. Members have shared more than $5 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network. So, yeah, really, you can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now. You'll get a price within 2 minutes. So see what you can save. This is a very, very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need. Call 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE, 855-51-BIBLE.
A&M Diesel Automotive and Truck Repair in Danville, located on Lebanon Road, is family-owned and operated. A&M Diesel specializes in both diesel and gas repairs, such as brake work, front-end repairs, oil changes, tune-ups, and more on most all vehicles. They provide both major and minor repairs, and they're your Jasper engine and transmission dealer, plus Jeremy and Corey are both certified diesel mechanics, and they offer honest prices and walk-ins are welcome. For your appointment, call 859-332-7026. A&M Diesel, Lebanon Road in Danville.
Do you own a business? If so, save money and time with Farmers National Bank's free business checking. You receive 1,000 free monthly transaction items, free online banking, free bill pay, free e-statements. Plus, you get a free gift at account opening. Call us at 866-888-0220 or stop into one of our convenient locations for assistance. Farmers National Bank, your lifetime bank. $50 minimum deposit at account opening. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Need a change of scenery? Check out Kentucky State Parks. With 45 parks to choose from, there are limitless options. Each park has its own unique features, landscape and resorts, restaurants, campgrounds, and some of the best golf courses around. Pick one that fits your lifestyle and your family. Explore Kentucky Parks. Enjoy fun outdoor adventure without the long lines of many destinations. Book now at parks.ky.gov.
Hey, it's me again. That's right, I'm Jerry Farmer, and I'm still cutting up. Still Cutting Up is a place to go when you need a fresh cut or a mini afro. Perms, colors, nails, too, braids, highlights, and even updo. I know you done heard of us, so get with it. I know you need your hair did. Here's our digit, 238-7899. Bob your head while I rhyme. 24/7, we won't be beat. 365 on South 4th Street. See ya. See ya.
We love NASCAR. Catch the races here on WHIR AM 1230.
There you go. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. It is not at Shaker Village. It's 9:24 at Shaker Village. That's Shaker Village Standard Time. And we've got Billy Rankin on the phone with us. And talking about the November events at Shaker Village. We have made it to the third weekend, Billy, where the 17th, 18th, and 19th awaits. The 17th, you have the War Comes to Zion. We talked a little bit about that earlier in the segment. Saturday, the 18th, boy, what a day you got. First of all, another sold-out event, basic weaving of Kentucky berry baskets. What's this about, Billy?
So basket weaving was a traditional heritage craft all over Kentucky, and of course the Shakers made many different types of baskets. And so this is a workshop to make a berry basket, which is a small, lovely basket. You're learning basic weaving skills and making this basket. We sold out the Saturday class. We added a Sunday class, and then we sold that one out too. So very popular every year. A lot of people give these baskets as gifts around Christmas time.
Awesome stuff. That same Saturday, go behind the scenes at the museum. I mean, look, there's no way that Shaker Village can put every single artifact on display at all times. There's more than 5,000 artifacts there. And so you give people a chance to kind of go behind the scenes and see some of these things that maybe aren't on display at that time. And it looks like Saturday, November 18th, you're focusing on Shaker silk.
Some of the most delicate artifacts in our collection are the silkworks. And sericulture, working with silk, was a huge part of the Pleasant Hill history. A lot of people people don't realize that the Shakers here at Pleasant Hill were really well known for their work with silk. They raise silkworms. A lot of the mulberry trees that still grow here on the site today are here because the Shakers planted those trees to feed the leaves to the silkworms.
Cool.
And this heritage is going to be something that we're teaching about, but also pulling out some really rare items of this delicate silk that was made here on site.
That same day, you have a night hike. These things always sell out. Right now, there are tickets available for this. So if you want to experience a Shaker Village night hike, Saturday, November 18th, winter stargazing, Billy.
No better time than after the clocks have changed. It gets dark a little earlier. You don't have to stay up too late for a night hike this time of year, and you get these crisp evenings with the most beautiful clear skies. So come on out and learn about the starry skies of early winter, late fall, on a night hike on the 18th.
Hey, Thursday the 23rd is Thanksgiving. We all love Thanksgiving. One of my favorite holidays. Get together with a family. There's no pressure of having to give gifts, and you can just eat, right? And you all are the place to be for Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving dining and carry out. And you've sold out nearly every single spot. From 11 o'clock in the morning, they go in 30-minute increments through 6:30 in the evening. They're all sold out. Dining in. 7 o'clock in the evening, Thanksgiving night. If you want to eat at Shaker Village, you can do that. There's also carry-out orders. Billy, tell us what it's like to have Thanksgiving at Shaker Village.
Well, great food and warm hospitality are the hallmarks of Thanksgiving and the hallmarks of Shaker Village. So there's a reason why our Thanksgiving meals sell out here on site so quickly. We do have that 7 o'clock time slot. We do have the option for carry-out food. If you don't want to do the cooking, you can get a Shaker Village meal to take home with you and pick up. Also, we have been increasing, as a working farm, our ability to sell meat shares. So if you would like to have some organically raised, grass-fed meat shares, we have poultry and pork and lamb and beef that have been raised here on the Shaker Village farm. You can buy some to bring home to your own table.
That's pretty cool right there. Yeah, so have a chance. Is that just something they would call Shaker Village and talk to the person that answers about, or how they get in touch with you about that?
It's actually on that same link on the website for Thanksgiving. The beef shares have actually sold out.
All right.
But I'm telling you, when you go in a pork share, for instance, it's about 150 pounds of meat in the pork share.
Sheesh.
So these are great purchases to be able to make and feel really good about the product you're getting.
My father-in-law raised cattle and pigs and all that, and I don't know if people who aren't familiar with farming, like I wasn't, right? I was raised in the city. I was raised in Danville. I didn't grow up on a farm. How much meat actually comes off an animal, right? Like, it's a ton of it.
It is, absolutely. I mean, with one beef share, it's 225 pounds of meat that you get with that one beef share of this American Shorthorn cattle. Yeah, it's going to feed you for a while.
Yeah. Saturday the 25th, Billy. Shop Small Saturday. This is so important after Black Friday to make sure we keep our dollars local on Shop Small Saturday.
Lots of great discounts and promotions going on in the Shaker Village craft shops. 3 on-site locations. Come on out. It's a great time to get some wonderful deals on local crafts.
Lots going on. ShakerVillageKY.org. The month of November is stacked. Go to the website, click on event calendar, and they've got it organized every day of the month. You can click on each event. If you need to buy tickets, you can do it straight through that link, ShakerVillageKY.org. Billy, we appreciate you being on. We know you got a big weekend planned this weekend at Shaker Village. Good luck with those events, and we'll talk to you in December, okay?
Thanks, Joe. Talk to you then.
All right, Billy. You too. Bye. ShakerVillageKY.org is the website. 9:30 in the morning, K&N News right now on The Joe Show.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Early voting for the election this coming Tuesday, getting underway today across Kentucky. Law in the Commonwealth only allowing 3 days for people to come in and cast their ballot in person if they either cannot vote on Election Day or simply just don't want to stand in those long lines. You can cast your ballot anytime between 8 and 6 today, tomorrow, and Saturday at a number of sites across the state. Find your location at elect.ky.gov. In the meantime, a search and rescue operation continues in the eastern part of the state at the site of the collapse of a coal plant. 2 workers trapped, one of whom has been confirmed dead already, the other still missing.
It's just a terrible event, and I'm sorry I'm standing here in front of you today and addressing this.
State Emergency Management Director Jeremy Slinker at the scene of a collapse at a Martin County coal preparation plant that trapped 2 workers. Lon Lafferty is the judge executive.
It's horrific.
I remember being in New York after 9/11, and those images that you see there, it's kind of what you see up the hollow here.
The collapse happened Tuesday evening as the workers were prepping the multi-story building for demolition. I'm Paul Miles.
The Kentucky juvenile justice system is looking to fill a lot of open positions. Kentucky.com reporting 1 in 3 correctional officer jobs remain open across the state. Governor Andy Beshear approving funding this year to increase salaries to $50,000 a year. Officials hope increasing staffing levels will help increase security. A man who was considered armed and dangerous is now in jail. William Reagan was found by Knox County Police Wednesday evening. He was reported missing earlier in the day with concerns about his mental health. He was also allegedly intoxicated and carrying a machete. No other details have been released at this time. I'm Rick Ucino.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
Let's see, if something costs less, but people are happier with it, that sounds like something to look into, and that is MediShare. Maybe you've heard switching to MediShare to pay for health care can save many families up to $500 a month, and that is huge. But it's also true that people are way more satisfied after making the switch, too. The member satisfaction rate for MediShare is double that of the typical health insurance plan. Double. MediShare works, too. It's been around for 30 years. Members have shared more than $5 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network. So, yeah, really, you can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now. You'll get a price within 2 minutes. So see what you can save. This is a very, very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need. Call 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE, 855-51-BIBLE.
Chloe's Petals Fall Yard Sale will be November 2nd through the 4th at the Junction Events and Sports Venue, 106 Miggs Lane, located behind Junction City Elementary. Donated items can be dropped off at event location beginning Tuesday, October 31st at 8 a.m. Or if you are in Harrodsburg and have smaller items to drop off, please message me at chloespedalsforhope@gmail.com or text me at 859-608-1728 for the drop-off location. We hope to see you there and that this sale is a success.
Lawson's Tractor 2, your local Kubota equipment dealer, wants to help you deliver a job done right. That's why they want you to know that the new Kubota inventory is arriving daily. You have work to do. They have the reliability and durability and versatile lineup to help you do it all. Visit Lawson's Tractor 2 today for all your equipment needs. Lawson's Tractor 2, 4 miles south of Danville on Highway 127, open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and Saturday, 8 to noon. Lawson's Tractor 2.
Here's a commercial that has no other point but to make you hungry. Big Mac, Big Mac, Big Mac, double cheeseburger, the double cheeseburger, the double quarter pounder with cheese, the double quarter pounder with cheese, chicken McNuggets. I'll take a 20-piece, please. The buttermilk crispy chicken sandwich, the buttermilk crispy chicken sandwich, filet of fish, the filet of fish, hot fresh French fries. Visit McDonald's of Danville and Harrodsburg. Their drive-thrus are open.
Commonwealth Credit Union is growing with new branches all across the state. And whether you've seen us at Oktoberfest or driven past our Harrodsburg branch and thought about joining, here's one more reason to become a member. Join us October 30th through November 4th as we celebrate all our members. From certificate specials with unbelievable rates to amazing giveaways, we just want to say thanks. Visit ccuky.org/thanks for details. Commonwealth Credit Union. Here, we see you differently. Insured by NCUA.
This Joe Show weather report brought to you by...
It's brought to you by our friends over at Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance, your local independent insurance agency. Proudly representing the Auto Owners Insurance Company. Call Mark or Chris. They'd love to give you a free quote. Dexter Reitmeyer Insurance. Today is Mark Dexter's birthday, by the way. Happy birthday to Mark. Hope he has a great day. Sunshine, a high of 54, low of 32. Tomorrow, sunshine, 61. Saturday, 63. Sunday, 65. Right now, it's 9:35 in the morning, and we are so glad to welcome into studio Sharon Martin from Heritage Hospice, and specifically for the Veterans Appreciation Day event. We talked last month, Sharon, and not that it felt far off necessarily. I know you've been planning this for a long time, but still it was like a month and a half away or so. Not the case anymore. I mean, we're 8 days from showtime here.
Yes, the clock is ticking, and we're getting ready. Things are lining up really good, and over $1,000 worth of door prizes, which we didn't think we'd reach, but we have. So it's exciting things going on.
So tell us about this event, Sharon. November the 10th, a week from tomorrow, the 13th annual Heritage Hospice Veterans Appreciation Day event. You've done this for many years. COVID had postponed it a couple of years, but so glad to have it back in person. Tell us what this event's about.
So the event's about, of course, first and foremost, the veterans. So lots of things going on. Of course, you're right back to where you were. It's been a 3-year lapse, but my goodness, we're back, and we're so excited, and the bees are starting to buzz, and we start hearing people talk about it. But please continue to help us spread the word. Of course, where it has been, we haven't had it for 3 years, so it's really hard for us to be able to get the word out, but please help us. The Veterans event is homemade food, fish, coleslaw.
Yeah.
Masons come in, and they make those delicious hush puppies, barbecue that starts the day before, just roasting, and just thinking about it makes me so hungry. And I'm not even a fish eater, but it's amazing fish. It is hand sliced, dipped, cooked on site. Just absolutely love it. And then homemade desserts. Then they start coming in, and I just watch them pass by. And guess what? You know what? If we have extra ones, which sometimes we do, we give those away as door prizes too.
I know, yeah.
So we have 11 to 2. You're going to come and park at the Danville Stadium, be shuttled in, register at the front. There's going to be a red carpet rolled out. You're going to have cheerleaders, and then registration, if you're a volunteer, will also be in the same spot on the right. Tons of resources parked out front in the Armory. You won't be able to park there, but you'll be able to tap into that and drop off, of course, someone that's disabled if you need to. But my goodness, it's amazing the resources we have this year that are lined up for you to get some information. Goodie bags to go out the back. Everybody exits out the back so that we can just cut down on that travel time. People are always worried about it being crowded. I hope that it is crowded, because that means everybody's going to be spoiled. Everybody's going to be taken care of. Plenty of seating. The Armory has been redone. Extra seating space.
Good.
And it's beautiful inside. Everybody wants to see this.
Yeah.
So lots of things going on.
So this is happening a week from tomorrow. And as Sharon said, starting off with a rival. When you come and you park at the Admiral Stadium, football stadium, which is right next there to the Armory. Going to be golf cart shuttles going back and forth, so you don't have to worry about walking up that hill and getting to the Armory. You just wait and let a golf cart pick you up.
When you exit out the building, you're going to get a goodie bag, chance to win a door prize, and be shuttled right back to your vehicle. So, rain or shine, it's going to happen. And right now, it's looking like our weather is going to be pretty good that Friday.
Yes.
So we're going to be setting up that Thursday, getting everything ready and all the TLC things. So my goodness, it's going to be something. I cannot wait to see everybody again.
I know, yeah. So when they walk in, you said you're going to have the red carpet rolled out. What happens when they walk in? Do they sign up, get a name tag? What happens
as soon as they get dropped off from the golf cart, they'll go to the registration, which is right to the right of the Armory. And if they've already registered, they just get checked off, make sure their info's still there. They get a name badge, and then walk on into the Armory. There'll be ushers there to help them get seated and find that best place that they can be to be able to be served. And then we have DCA coming in again this year, and we have community volunteers that will serve them. You just find a seat. You let us do the rest of this. And again, you don't have to stay the whole time if you don't want to, because sometimes people get tired. You'll have a chance to win a door prize. You'll have a registration. When you go to registration, they'll give you a ticket, which you don't want to miss, because there's so many prizes to give away. And they'll be able to sit, be served, and they get to visit. Again, there's no loud noises. If you have hearing issues, which most veterans do, we don't have music playing the whole time. It's just them time to fellowship, visit with whoever they want, their friends. Talk whatever they want to do.
Yeah. So, if someone's listening, Sharon, and you talked about the desserts, can they, if someone's listening and wants to make a dessert or two for this,
sure.
What do they need to do that?
Well, if they make a dessert, of course, we already have people lined up. We have area churches and things, but if they really have this on their heart to want to do something that day, now, if they want to bring a dessert, they can bring it that morning. Actually, it would be no later than probably 10:30 at the max, because it's going to get crowded, because our veterans show up early. They're not late birds. They come in ready to find that perfect seat.
Yeah.
So you need to drop it off, come around the Armory, drop it off, and then leave. And then if you just want to volunteer that day, wear comfortable shoes, sign up for a volunteer, get your volunteer badge. You will not be able to get into the event without your volunteer badge.
Okay.
So you'll come in, and we'll put you to work. You can serve. That's a lot of the positions that we have. Or, you know what? Help with cleanup. Make sure they're good and have everything they need. I mean, there is not enough TLC. I mean, really. just thanking them.
Yeah, especially for the people who have served us in the military.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then we're going to, at 11 o'clock on the dot, we're going to honor we're going to do some announcements, and we got a general there to speak, and it's going to be, able to honor the oldest, second oldest, and youngest veteran.
So there's always those, I would say competitions, but the oldest, the youngest, the second, are they competition? I guess they are.
The competition is between the oldest and the second oldest. I mean, down to the day. They fight.
So it's competitive. So
it's very competitive. So if their birthdays don't, and we had some that were really close over the years. So the oldest we've had was 105, and the youngest was 19.
Wow.
So broad spectrum of those. And then all World War II veterans get something.
Yes.
I've got some custom stuff made for them this year. They get gift cards. They get hats. They get pins. They get that TLC. We try to park them up front. And, and our Korean veterans are coming up really close behind. We have lost so many World War II veterans. We have no idea. I mean, we've been running in the 20s. And, of course, we started out with this event 13 years ago. We were in the high 60s. Or more that showed up for this event. And now we're going down to, I have no idea what to expect this year.
Yeah. I was going to mention World War II veterans losing thousands a day, but Korean War veterans are close behind them, like you mentioned.
I just run some stats. We were running around a little over 2,000 in the state of Kentucky. And I think it was like 2,400,
that are dying every day?
No, that we actually have.
Oh, left.
Left.
Wow.
So
I didn't realize it was that few.
It's not many. And now I don't know what it is nationally. I did run that, but I can't remember. But I remember thinking to myself, wow, that's a lot. And even the ones we serve veterans all year long. It's not just the event through hospice and the community. So I run into a few community World War II veterans, but it's getting fewer and far between.
A week from tomorrow, Friday, November the 10th, the 13th annual Heritage Hospice Veterans Appreciation Day event for veterans in Boyle, Garrett, Lincoln, and Mercer counties. I know that this is the first year in 3 years that it's back, but in terms of the number of what's the most number of veterans that you all have served in a year? Do you know that number?
Well, I mean, as far as the veterans event itself,
yes,
probably. I think the highest number that we have, I want to say, was like 1,236, maybe.
Wow, nearly 1,240.
Well, what was amazing was the first year, everybody said nobody's going to come. We're only going to have probably about 5, and we talked to the committee, and I said we need to have a plan B. Boy, did we ever have to have a plan B. Because we had to do it, and of course Jack, and I'm calling him out on the radio.
Jack Hendricks
already. Yeah. Jack Hendricks told me, he goes, don't be disappointed if they don't come. And I went to every post, anybody I saw with a hat, any veteran I could possibly find. I said, you've got to come and prove him wrong. And boy, did they ever. We had
what was the number?
I think it was over 1,000 the first year.
So they said, don't be concerned if only 5 or 10 show up.
Oh yeah, he's like, just a few. No, we haven't had any success. And then he looked at me and I said, how many did you say? And I rubbed it in the whole entire event.
He said, I forgot a couple zeros. I meant 10. I meant 2 more zeros.
Right. So we had we still have a lot of fun with that. But just let's go ahead and show him up again this year.
It's
been 3 years. Let's just come out. Again, without the veterans, it's not a veterans event.
Yes, and all this is free. I mean, there's no cost to this.
No soliciting, no politics. It's completely there for the veterans. It's all about them and what they want.
It's Sharon Martin with Heritage Hospice. The 13th Annual Veterans Appreciation Day event is coming up on Friday of next week. And if you're a veteran in the Heritage Hospice area, Boyle County, Lincoln, Garrett, Mercer, please show up to this event. Tell your friends if they're veterans. If you're a son, daughter, grandson, granddaughter of a veteran, make sure you tell mom, dad, grandma, grandpa. Let them know what's going on a week from tomorrow at the National Guard Armory in Danville. 9:45 in the morning. We'll step aside, come back, finish up the conversation with Sharon right after this.
Hey, Joe, did you know Big Deals has got something new?
Where can I save money now, Radio Rick?
We've got the Anderson Lifestyle Boutique in Danville. Buy a $50 gift certificate for a Big Deals price of just $35.
Sounds awesome. What do they have?
They offer jewelry, apparel, gifts, and home decor. They do embroidery and monogramming. Come and see their selection of comfortable jeans, heavy canvas bags, lamps, art, scratch-made soap scents, natural soy candles. Find the perfect curtains, blinds, and shutters for your home.
Sounds great. I know where I can get my wife a gift and save money. Please don't tell her.
It's up to me. Joe, you like to eat, don't you?
You bet.
Save money at the Big City Pizza Company in Danville. Another new way to save.
I'd love to have some of their 3-cheese mac and cheese pizza.
Well, get over to hometownlive.net and save on Big City Pizza with a $10 gift certificate for just $7.
I'm on it. Pizza night tonight at the Mathis house.
You, too, can save with more big deals at hometownlive.net. Lots of discounts like Bread of Life, Sweets by Cindy, O'Charlie's, Applebee's, the Old Bus Station, and A&L Accessories.
Hometown Radio Network would like to say congratulations to both the Hampton Inn and Holiday Inn and Suites. Here's Jasmine.
I'm here at the Hampton Inn by Hilton and Holiday Inn Express and Suites Danville. We definitely are award-winning. Recently, we both received awards for being in the top 1 to 5% of each of our brands, with Hilton and IHG ranking us number 1 with each of our brands here in Kentucky for 2022. We do this by filling the area with the light and warmth of our friendly, caring, and authentic hospitality. Come stay with us and see why our guests think we are so great.
It's here. It's new. Filled with the best wide selection of vehicles just for you.
Right at Field User Factory.
7 acres of pre-owned elite inventory makes them the largest deal maker around.
Right at Field User Factory.
So come on down to Nicholsville off US 27 to Vince Drive. Then you've arrived at the new
Right at Field User Factory.
Buy with confidence straight from the factory. Take a virtual tour at
RightAtFieldUserFactory.com.
Almost every small Kentucky town has a go-to restaurant. In Central Kentucky, it's the Bread of Life Cafe in Liberty. If you like a good buffet, you'll love the huge down-home cooking featuring 3 fully stocked buffet tables, or you can order off their extensive menu. You'll find something delicious for every person in the family at the Bread of Life Cafe. Visit the gift and sweet shop at the Bread of Life Cafe, 5 miles south of Liberty on Highway 127. Open till 8, Monday through Thursday, 9 Friday and Saturday. Feed your tummy and your soul with a stop at the Bread of Life Cafe and Buffet, 5 miles south of Liberty.
This is Casey McCoy, your Bull County Clerk. Just wanted to remind everyone that Election Day is Tuesday, November 7th. Any registered voter of Bull County can vote at any of our 6 locations: Perryville Baptist Church, Parksville Baptist Church, Junction City Baptist Church, First Christian Church, Intercounty Energy, and our newest location, the Showroom on the Danville Bypass. Early voting will begin November 2nd through November 4th at our newest location, the Showroom, from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. If you have any questions, please contact the clerk's office. Let's get out and vote.
Be prepared for what Mother Nature brings. Keep up to date with weather forecasts here every hour on WHIR.
9:48 in the morning, 30 degrees. Here in Danville, it is Thursday, November the 2nd. And coming up a week from tomorrow, the 13th Annual Heritage Hospice Veterans Appreciation Day event, 11 o'clock until 2. Friday, November 10th, Danville National Guard Armory, to honor all veterans from Boyle, Garrett, Lincoln, and Mercer County. And Sharon Martin, who is the coordinator of this event. Sharon, this is like a year-long planning, like right when this thing ends on Friday of next week. I mean, maybe a couple weeks, after they take a breath or two. But you're planning already for like the next year, right?
Oh, absolutely. And I'm closing it out. I've got so many sponsors that I need to thank, and being able to generate the numbers. Everybody wants to know what the numbers, how many are there, and, you got to calculate all that. But it has to be, because it's veterans. It's got to be 150%, right? Not 100%, because they gave so much for us. It's the least that we can do to make it special.
Yeah, so if there are people listening that want to volunteer, you mentioned DCA, I think, is there volunteering as a school group. You've got some cheerleaders from local schools that'll be there.
Well, you have Bate Middle. They're bringing their students over, walking them over for the red carpet event, and then of course your DCA are going to be serving, and that's the 2 schools that we have involved right now. And then sometimes we have smaller schools. They donate cards and just different things for the goodie bags that we have. But in the future, if you want to be a part of this and you want to serve on the committee and actually be active on the committee, not just a name, you can reach us at Heritage Hospice and let us know what kind of gifts you'd like to bring to this committee. We would love to have you.
Yeah, so we've got this next Friday, the 13th Annual Heritage Hospice Veterans Appreciation Day event. Veterans in any branch of military starts at 11 o'clock in the morning, goes until 2. Sharon, I know you're giving out door prizes. If one of the veterans, do they have to be there to win? If one of the veterans has to leave or something?
No, when you come to the event, when you register, you will get a ticket. At that point, when you get that ticket and you decide it's time for me to go, I'm tired, I'm ready to leave, you don't have to stay the whole entire event. They just exit out the back, present it to the door prize person that will be working the table, and if it has a special number on it, they're going to know immediately if they've won a door prize or not, and they're going to walk away automatically with a goodie bag, and then if they win a door prize, they're going to be leaving on that cart with that door prize.
Okay.
Tons of gift cards to the area. Gas, groceries, goodies. Gosh. They're going to have fun. Best thing ever gave away was a sweeper. That was fun watching that go down the golf cart.
Like a vacuum?
Yeah, huge one in a box.
Well, you send us over $1,000 in door prizes, right?
Yeah, there's so many gift cards. A lot of times we just tell them, we've asked the veterans, what do you want? well, I've got enough. I've got this, I've got that. But gift cards, my goodness, from the local merchants that we have, because they want to go. They want to be able to get gas. Maybe they need groceries. It's those necessities that they look for more so, and that's just the military, than what I call the fluffy stuff.
Yes. Yeah. This is going to be a fun event. It's Friday, November the 10th. It's the 13th annual one. How many volunteers make this thing happen? Do you have
we have had at least a minimum of 100 to make this happen.
You talk about people serving food.
Oh, yeah. We're talking about
dishing out the food, serving the food, the drinks.
Yes, that's not even counting the committees and all the workers that are involved.
Yeah.
Because you're looking at 75-plus tables set up. You're looking at them individually, because we want it to be special. We want them to be catered to the whole time. We tell them, this is your table. We assign tables if you're a server. This is your table. Yeah. It's your baby the whole entire time, cleaning off, fixing it, putting it, making sure they have everything they need, because it's a special event. And it's a special thing to be able to serve them, listen to their stories maybe. Whatever it is that they are in need of when they sit down, we make sure they get what they need.
You said last segment the biggest one that you had was about 1,400, more than 1,400 veterans, you thought. I think, is that right? 1,400 or 1,200?
No, around 1,200.
1,200 veterans. Sorry about that. This is one of the biggest ones in the state, right?
It is. Yeah, it is. And also, it's like I was telling Rick that he didn't realize, our particular hospice is only the second one in the state of Kentucky that holds the We Honor Veterans nationally Level 5 program.
Okay. What does that mean?
That program means that all of our staff are specifically trained for veterans, whether it's mentally, it's physically, whatever their needs are. They're all trained extensively, and that goes all the way through to our volunteers. We had a vet-to-vet program. A lot of people don't realize when we have a veteran that comes into our services, we try to pair them with another veteran, and so that is important to us as well. And all the events we do throughout the whole entire year, and you can only get that by all of the things have to be in place in order to do that.
When you look at the different counties that you all serve, which county brings the most veterans usually to this event? Is it Boyle County just simply because it's in Danville?
Sometimes it's Boyle, but Boyle and Lincoln run pretty close.
Okay.
Of course, we have some from Gary, but a lot of times it depends on the year and what other activities, because this event itself has sprung out so many different, I call them branches, that have happened just because of recognizing our veterans. So if there's others at schools to whatever they may be doing, it started after the event, which is exciting. People say, does that bother you all that this one's not coming? I'm like, no. And we get to have it the day before Veterans Day. So all of Camp Nelson gets to come down and spend it all with us.
Yes.
So that's exciting.
Veterans Day is actually the next day. It's
the
11th.
It's the 11th.
It's
so
11th.
This is rare for us to be able to have it the day before, because Camp Nelson always fusses because they have to come in late.
Yeah.
Oh, no. They're going to be there early.
They're bringing everybody.
They're bringing it.
So this could be, assuming that the word gets out, and we're obviously doing the best. You're advertising it. We've got on the radio. You've got
the banners are posted, flyers. Word of mouth is huge, though.
This could be one of the biggest ones, then, right?
It could be. It could go. I mean, we're starting over after 3 years. It's like starting over. So we're hoping it will. We're hoping. Jack said, I just don't know, at the beginning, don't come at all. No, you just come.
Yeah.
Just come. We've got you. We've got you
We're going to take
covered.
care of you.
We'll take care of you.
It's Veterans Appreciation Day. It is Friday, November 10th, 11 o'clock until 2, Danville National Guard Armory. Sharon, people have any questions for you, how can they get in touch with you?
They can call me at 859-236-2425. Just tell them at the front desk when you call that I need to talk to Sharon Martin, that's in charge of that veterans event out there. That's what they say. And I will do my best to get a hold of you. It's going to be busy. We're honoring veterans at nursing homes, assisted living facilities, at the event. It's National Hospice Month.
Yes.
So, it's going to be months and months. And like I said, we do this all year. But if you need information about the event, please call 859-236-2425, and I will do my best to get back with you and see what I can do to help you.
Not this Friday. Sorry, next Friday, a week from tomorrow. Next Friday, October the 10th, Danville National Guard Armory.
November the 10th. You said October.
Oh, November the 10th. So I keep on looking up at the calendar, and the calendar says October. I haven't flipped the calendar yet, and it's the last thing on my mind, but I look up at it so many times in the show that it still says October. I need to make sure I change the calendar. November the 10th. Yeah, not October the 10th. That's already passed. November the 10th, a week from tomorrow, the Danville National Guard Armory. Sharon, appreciate you being on and the great work that you do.
Thank you so much for allowing us to be here.
Absolutely.
And thank you for your help.
It's 9:55 in the morning. 238-9447 is the phone number to call in. 238-WHIR. Gary Fogle has Kentucky Sports Memories.
Hello, I'm Gary Fogle. Welcome to Kentucky Sports Memories. The 1965-66 UK basketball Rups Runts lost in the NCAA championship game. Most people know about that one. The one game they don't know a lot about is their other loss on the season.
At Watson's, we've been delivering all the family fun and relaxation to our local community for over 50 years. Our mission is to provide high-quality home recreational products and home furnishings to our customers that bring families and friends together for a break from the daily stresses of life. Shop the largest local selection of in-stock products for your home, inside and out, and get the guaranteed lowest price in the USA. Only at Watson's.
When the Rups Runts lost the 1966 NCAA championship game to Texas Western, that was their second loss on the season. The other came back during the regular season. Kentucky was ranked number 1 in the country. Late in the SEC conference season, they headed down to Knoxville, and they were upset by the Tennessee Volunteers for their first loss of the year and one of only 2. Thad Jarris was a starting sophomore center on that UK team, and I talked to him about that loss at Tennessee.
What was the attitude like after that game? I mean, in the locker room, were you shocked? What was the feeling like?
Well, I mean, I think that I think shocked is too strong of a term. I think we just didn't play a very good game. For whatever reason, long season, been on top forever, those kinds of things. I actually thought, and I was talking to somebody about this morning, that the Tennessee had a different kind of a floor that they played on at the time. It was a tartan floor. It was actually almost rubber. It wasn't wood, and it was just a different kind of playing surface. So I don't think that really had anything to do with us winning or losing the game, but it was just one of those different kinds of variables that you run into when you're playing different places and stuff. And that kind of surface sure didn't last very long. But we were certainly all disappointed. I mean, it was an opportunity to go ahead and have a completely, a perfect season, which is obviously very, very, very hard to do. But we were also really looking forward to the next steps, into the NCAA tournament.
So they finished the regular season with a record of 24-1 and head into the NCAA tournament, where, as you know, they lost in that championship game. Tomorrow, that'll be our topic. Gary Fogle, Kentucky Sports Memories.
Gary Fogle, KSM, Kentucky Sports Memories, Mondays through Fridays here on The Joe Show at this time. All righty then. There's that sad music again. That means my time has come to an end of The Joe Show. I had a blast with you all on this Thursday morning, and I hope I'm at the start to your work day just a little bit more bearable. Time Joe Mathis signing off. Back with you tomorrow morning, dark and early, on Danville's one-stop shop for local news, local events, and local voices. That's The Joe Show, AM 1230, and the brand new 103.9 FM, WHIR, Danville News Talk Sports. Until then, God bless. Have a great, fun, and safe Thursday afternoon. Curtis McPeak's Home Sweet Home leads us home sweet home. Kentucky Sports Radio is coming up next.